Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this evening's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy voice actors sit around a table and play Dungeons & Dragons. For those returning, welcome back. For those for the first time watching us live on the stream, welcome to the chaos. So, before I begin, a couple quick notifications I want to give you guys. We have our first subscriber giveaway hit before the show started at 4,200. It was LL1973. Turn the mic around. Oh, now you can hear me. Look at this. The magic of live communication, and a wonderful view of this
with the mic in their ears.
midsection. It's delightful. There we go. Is that better?
Yep.
Welcome. So, welcome to Critical Role. Those who didn't hear me before. D&D, voice actors, you know the drill now. So our first giveaway already happened tonight for the subscriber count at 4,200 to LL1973. Congratulations. You're going to be winning a signed player's handbook of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, as well as a signed photo of the Critical Role cast. Our next one will be at 4,250. So if we get up to every 50 subscribers after that, we'll be giving away an additional player's handbook and photos signed by the cast. Awesome times.
Awesome times.
Indeed, very awesome times.
It's good times.
I think so.
Awesome.
Indeed. Also, as a heads up to you guys, there will be no Critical Role next week because San Diego Comic-Con is happening down in San Diego. I know, we have a panel though. We have a panel Thursday. I'll be on the main Geek and Sundry panel with Laura at 1 to 2, and then we have our actual full Critical Role panel from 4 to 5. So if you're going to be there, come see us at Petco Park on Thursday.
You don't need a badge.
Nope.
Yeah, you
can
don't
just
need a badge.
come and walk on in.
Yeah, it is at Petco Park, so don't get lost looking around the convention center because it won't be there.
Yeah, it's
at Petco Park.
It's the big sports stadium, which to me is a wonderful irony of us giving a panel about Dungeons and Dragons in the center of a giant sports stadium. That's right.
Yeah.
Indoor kids.
Yeah.
However,
Shit.
yep.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Guys, that's
It's
awesome.
gonna be cool. They're also filming the panel, so for those who can't be there, the panel will be on the stream the following day, I believe. So check it out thereafter with the rest of the Comic-Con stream coverage. It'll be fun. So that'll be good. The week after that, me and Marisha are going to be out of town in New Zealand. So this means a 2-week period without Critical Role main story stuff. And I apologize, this is all stuff that got planned before the stream even started. We'll be at a convention in New Zealand. For those out there planning to come to Armageddon, please come see us. We'll be down there. It'll be fun for all New Zealand fans. Otherwise, the rest of the Critical Role casts that are available will be here and to play some other sort of game together and generally interact with the chat and have a good time until we return. So,
Figuring it out.
we're getting the circumstance ironed out.
Yeah, no, that looks pretty good.
Liam.
You have Liam on Skype over here.
Yay.
What's up, buddy?
Hi.
Yay.
Liam was finishing up his vacation as well. As far as I understand, we have
New Jersey.
How is-
I'm deep in upstate New York on the Canadian border.
Oh,
Oh.
That's cool, eh?
we're slowly migrating into expatriatism. Don't go Canadian on us.
To drive here at night. I can't wait to do it at 2 in the morning.
Yay.
Yes,
I'm drinking out of your mug.
she is.
My mug. Here's mine.
Oh, on river time. There you go.
On river time?
That
What?
is that is a mug.
Did you instantly turn into a 64-year-old golfer as soon as you went there?
I'm on a river. I'm on a river.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat.
Indeed. So that's going on. Other things I want to mention. We'll have a special presentation at the break today. We're taking a break from 826 LA charity for another special charity that's been running for the past week, known as Game Changer. It's a cancer charity, and it's been working in conjunction with Square Enix this past week to raise money for cancer research. They've been doing, if you donate just $1 to it, they're giving away codes for the first Deus Ex game for PC, and a lot of other fun stuff. We'll have more information and presentation for you at the break, but so be aware that's the fun charity that we're promoting tonight. So anyone has the ability to give, please do. They're an awesome charity. We're also waiting on Sam Riegel and Taliesin Jaffe, who are both fighting traffic, but they'll be here shortly. However, let's go ahead and cut to the intro to give us 1 minute break, and then we'll jump right into this crazy episode. So see you in just a moment. Well, we get that figured out.
Oh, is this a podcast now?
Apparently.
Old time radio.
Well, I think the intro video.
The intro video is frozen.
Damn it.
Also, this is as opposed to making it a surprise. This will be our last game for a little while with.
Oh, don't say it. Don't,
don't
say
say
it yet.
Okay.
Don't.
If you say it, makes it
Make it too
Okay.
real.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'll hold off. All right.
Unfortunately, Travis has to leave the show.
No, that's not true. Grog's Ale needs to be filled.
Smash.
Indeed. Yeah, so we'll patiently await folks with pizza at the ready.
Is there a full table
What's
behind
going
my
on?
computer?
Pretty much.
There is, yes.
Travis is directly behind you.
Am I in his chest again?
Yeah. You might be even in his face at this point.
It's pretty good though. I like this better than the iPad.
Can
Yeah,
you
we can see you more.
Can you still see Travis?
Yeah.
Oh.
How can
You're
you
fine.
not see him?
Yeah.
He's a mountain of
Travis
I
takes
am
up like this
Rushmore.
side of the frame.
I am
If-
Rushmore.
If we're having an issue with the intro video, do you want to just go to the game?
We could do a live intro video.
Goliath Barbarian. And we're done.
I'm thinking it may have to happen at some point.
Yeah.
I was being you.
We could totally do a Brady Bunch
Yeah.
thing.
That was pretty good.
Are you guys are on the bottom of the feed, right? So if you looked up and we looked down, we would essentially.
Oh, right,
be
like
looking
Brady
at each other.
Bunch
So if
style,
we're
like.
Oh,
Are we?
Hi,
Is
Travis.
that how that works?
and everybody looks to the right to look at Mercer.
No, yeah,
wait.
everybody looks the same.
Oh, we look right, you look left.
Yeah.
Or,
Right?
No, they look right.
both
Everyone looks right.
Yeah.
Everyone looks right, so if we're looking
I
this way, it's
disapprovingly
Hi, Matt.
look to my left. There you go.
Still on? Yeah,
Still going?
Real-time critical role.
we're still kind of confused.
All right, so I figure if the intro video is not working, let's not worry about it. Let's just jump into the game and get this started. How about that?
Yeah, why
How
not?
about that?
Wait,
Yeah.
can we show somebody that's here that's really cool?
What's up? The
Go ahead and bring him on.
Come here
oh, well, we're waiting on the break.
Hello.
Unless you want to do it
Wait
now.
on the break?
Wait, so we have video
Hey,
problems?
come say hi.
I'm not going on in the break.
You're not? Okay.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna. Yeah, I can say.
Oh,
Okay, so if for those who don't know, I'm periscoping till we're not having video issues
well,
anymore.
as far as I know, we're on camera.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, we
Oh.
just know the intro video is not working.
Okay.
Oh,
Say
we
hi,
probably
say
could
hi.
have like been going for a while.
Yeah.
We've just been like
Bye,
digging
guys.
around.
We're live.
Welcome to the chaos of live internet. All right, so let's
Don't show any more meta than it has to be.
jump in, guys. Let's jump in. So, a little bit of overview for those of you who are just joining us. At this point in the story, Vox Machina, this intrepid band of adventurers, misfits, whatever you must call them, completed an adventure through the Underdark, a very dangerous, cavernous.
Here.
Oh, you like
Stan's
salmon?
here!
You got texted.
All right. So, after completing this Underdark challenge, they discovered and managed to extract an evil artifact known as the Horn of Orcus that held great power and seemingly has a partner somewhere in the world that's unknown. But the one they've acquired is indestructible as far as folks know, and it was decided by the Council of Tal'Dorei and Vox Machina that it should be sealed away, hopefully forgotten for the rest of eternity. The best place to do so came up in the conversation to be in the city of Vasselheim, which is on a different continent far to the northwest of Tal'Dorei, the kingdom in which most of the story as to this point has taken place. To be sealed in what is referred to as the Platinum Sanctuary, the oldest existing temple to Bahamut, the good platinum dragon deity. So they were given passage on a skyship to cross the Ozmit Sea to Othanzia, the continent that houses the capital city, Vasselheim. So the group gathered together, rode onto a magically elevated skyship, and traversing the ocean, carrying the Horn of Orcus within this container, this holy container. Hello! Sam has joined us. They found themselves over the ocean suddenly attacked by a band of what seemed to be wyvern and griffin riding bandits. A battle took place on the top of this skyship, some of the magic being taken out, a few lives lost, but the party managed to persevere, take a captive, and continue on their journey. The Horn of Orcus and its container kept safe. And that's where we pick up and begin.
Can you say all of that again from me?
You don't listen anyway.
Alrighty. So, as you guys have settled in, the Horn's safe, you've taken a couple more days on this journey, what was told to be about a 6-day journey across the ocean, 6 to 7 days. Is there anything you guys wish to accomplish at this moment?
Are we in the air?
You are still in the air on the skyship.
Not much we can do.
Well, we just, so we fought off the wyverns.
Oh, do we have one?
Is
We
little
have one.
magician halfling still being polite and brushing her teeth and
She...
Oh, that's right, our little halfling. That
yeah,
we-
who you saved?
Yes.
Haha.
That,
a mage.
that you saved. She is a mage, and she has also been bound at the orders of the captain, so as not to cause any issues in the ship while she's there. So, at the future, after a conversation with him as to whether or not she could work on this ship, based on the fact that their first meeting involved her and her band attacking and trying to murder his entire crew, Captain Damon was not too keen on the idea at the time being and decided to lock her up. So we shall see her fate in the near future.
She's locked up.
She's locked up.
Yeah.
She's got tricks though, right?
She has tricks,
That's
but
far.
there is an anti-magic brig built into the ship specifically for this purpose.
Oh, that's good to know.
You put the kibosh on her.
She's nigged.
Cool.
So, I'll say that Percy is continuing to read his book. The next few days pass without incident. Is there anything you want to accomplish? Anything?
You said next few
Can I
days
try-
without incident?
Could I try to further my
Cool.
beard?
Oh yes, trying to grow a
Yeah,
beard.
beard.
Go
Go, for
ahead and roll another
beard.
percentage dice.
Yeah! Is it 20, right?
It's a percentage dice.
Oh, they're right. Right, the 2 in a row. I
Yeah,
remember.
2d10s.
I'm learning.
First
Yeah.
one and the second one.
38.
38. The little bit of peach fuzz stubble on the chin of your Goliath face begins to slowly grow. It's coming out colorless. It's almost translucent with a hint of gray and white.
I'm a Targaryen, baby.
It's translucent, like.
It's what a color is there. It's almost like a fishing line is like growing out of the bottom of his chin.
Don't be jealous.
It's really creepy, Grog.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sandpaper a little bit.
Keep in mind, Goliaths predominantly, especially pureblood Goliaths, do not grow facial hair. The fact that this magical feat is even achieving any modicum of growth is in itself an arcane marvel. And who knows what detrimental effects this may have in the long run going against your physiology.
Oh crap. It'll make me look really wise, you guys. Nobody will know.
I have some beads if you want. We can like braid it and I can put beads in there.
I'm all about it. Beads
Okay.
and bells and shit.
I braid
Give me a
Grog's
staff and I'll
beard
be Gandalf.
All right.
and put beads in it. And a few flowers as well.
Wait,
It looks nice.
It takes you a lot of concentration to try and get any sort of braidage through the about an inch to inch and a half of facial hair that has grown from his chin.
Looks good.
it's really tight when you
It's-
braid it like that.
You'll get used to it.
Maybe you can cast Grasping Vine on his chin and roll it out.
What could possibly go wrong?
Do it.
I suggest
Could be
against
great.
this.
How about you suggest violence?
Encourage this
Just-
fire.
I
Encourage
encourage
this.
violence. These are just votes. So we're healed. We're
Oh,
healed.
days have
Yeah,
gone
you guys
by,
have
right?
rest. Days have gone by. Your spells have returned to you.
Trinket's
DM,
feeling
days have
good.
gone by?
Days have gone by at this time. You've continued traveling over the Ozmit Sea.
So,
Are we nearing the destination?
I'll get to that in just a second. Did you have a question, Liam?
Well, no, not a question, but last night, while Grog was sleeping, I can see right up Grog's nose. While Grog was sleeping, I went and got a bit of rope from the ship and used my disguise kit that I have. I sort of frayed apart the rope and spent about an hour using spirit gum to glue bits of frayed rope to Grog's skin into a small little Gilmore-esque goatee. And he didn't seem to wake up, and I'd like to see how that worked out.
Alrighty. I'm
Come
gonna
on, I
get.
gotta do a sleep check or something, right? Can't let him survive that.
For this, go ahead and make a perception check with a disadvantage.
With a disadvantage.
You're asleep.
1.
Get it out now.
You wake up the following morning, immediately run to the nearest reflective surface to check on yourself, and you have a glorious, dark brown, well-braided, mildly frayed, thick, coarse goatee braid. It goes about a good 3 to 4 inches from the bottom of your chin, and you are very proud.
I knew it! I knew it! I am a special boy. only this one strand is this color. Everything else is white and translucent.
I think it looks good on you, Grog.
Thank you. I wave my head, it whips around.
I whip my beard back and forth.
It stays taut on your chin. All right, so as you reach the middle of the 6th day of travel, the sky, which at this point had been fairly sunny and clear, begins to slowly cloud over. The weather grows more gray, and the clouds themselves seem to cluster more into what, I wouldn't say a storm front, but definitely a more gloomy atmosphere.
Can I do like a nature check to see if this seems to be a natural or an arcane?
Certainly.
Ting, 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 ting.
Nice.
Okay, that's on
Fancy dice.
20 total.
All right. Looking at these clouds, it is a slow formation, and they aren't moving at an unnecessary speed or seem to have any sort of ominous press towards you. It just seems like the weather itself towards this northern continent seems to be of the colder variety.
I'm gonna sense the weather, I suppose, because this doesn't look fun.
Okay. The weather is cold.
It's cold.
The
Good
weather
call,
outside
Tiberius.
is
Good
frightful.
call. I agree.
don't like
It's rather
this.
cold.
Scanlan,
Aye.
like we were discussing earlier, would you be interested in the still standing friendly trade of my ironstone for your circlet crown
Oh,
thingy?
you know what, Tiberius? I have been giving this a lot of thought and consideration. What's for lunch?
I don't know. What would you like for lunch?
Oh, no,
I already ate.
I was done with the conversation.
Well, Keyleth, if you could put a little slate up for me, I'd like to illustrate something for little Scanlan. Perhaps his tiny mind can comprehend.
Hey, that's rude.
Would you? Perhaps. It is.
His tiny mind is exactly proportionate for the rest of his body, Tiberius.
Fine.
Well, not the entire
I'm gonna
body.
walk up to the. I'm just gonna walk up to the home and be like,
Don't run out here! Boop! I throw up a slate.
oh.
Okay. It's the strangest wall you've constructed, as up in the air on the ship that is mostly constructed out of iron and metal, there is little to no stone available of which you can sprout a wall of stone. However, there are weights set up on top, so what you create is less of a smooth wall of stone, more than a very thin, brittle shale wall that may function for a time being, but probably won't stand up for more than 5 to 10 minutes.
I see.
Prestidigitation, some chalk.
All right.
You see, Scanlan, you've had this particular piece for over 10, let's say, matches or weeks. You have used it 0 times in over 6 battles over the 10 course, using it 0 times. I, being a sorcerer, have a special ability called Sorcerer Points, where I can do multiple spells in a single round.
Yes?
Which none of you can do, other than monks, of course.
That's true. Brag about it, Tiberius. Just keep bragging about it.
When I can do multiple spells, like 2 versus you, which can do 1, that means I can do 1 more spell than you can per round. Every round after that, 100%.
This is amazing.
Your utilization of the actual item has been equivalent to nothing. In the interest of the group and the use of items in general, it would be wise to switch it because you have needed to extra spells like invisibility.
The shale wall cracks.
Several times.
I'm sorry.
Where my item would be more useful in general.
May I ask, is magical ability inversely proportionate to wisdom?
Eh?
Who are you asking?
Is magical ability inversely proportionate to wisdom?
Absolutely not. I am one of the strongest casters in all of Draconia, and it only takes the strength of my charisma to do my stuff.
Oh.
You are
Everything
looking.
makes sense now, Tiberius.
So, are you saying you want what he has back?
I didn't recognize you, Grog. What? Is that you?
It is I, Brad Pitt from Legends of the Fall. My beard of glory. It's an old bard's tale.
So, Scanlan, what say you?
Your mathematical skills have been quite impressive.
I don't like to show them off.
No. For a man of such low wisdom, you are proving wiser than I ever imagined. I will gladly make this trade with you. You have convinced me.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Hey, that's wonderful.
All right. Hugs. Now, what does this thing do?
Now you can store up to 3 level spells. You can use three of them in there.
Oh, it's better than the Pearl of Power.
And you don't have to expend spell slots to do the spells.
All right. Thank you very much.
So, like you can put like 3 lightning bolts in that.
Amazing.
Casting that.
All right.
Oh, man.
I'm man enough to admit that he's convinced me.
That was so good.
That was awesome.
I don't know what you wrote, but it looked
I'm sorry.
The Ironstone, which you take and kind of place by your head and release, it seems to almost affix itself in the air and slowly rotate above your head, almost like held in its own orbital gravity around you.
Pike. Check this out.
It is fancy.
It's like a halo. Like your god has smiled on me, maybe, and said, he's cool, go for it.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't know if that's what it means.
Well, religion is up to interpretation, so I interpret it that way.
It is very, very cool looking.
Thank you, Pike.
so casual. Oh, God. It's cool, go for it.
Sarenrae, the sheep bro you never had.
Sarenrae is my wingman.
Many a cart hold that bumper sticker. All right, so as this conversation comes to a close, the temperature in the sky has gotten noticeably chillier, and you swear for an instant you start seeing what looks like specks of white snow beginning to drift from the clouds ahead.
It's snowing.
I'm dreaming of a white whatever
So you
we
guys,
celebrate.
There was something I should probably tell you. In this area of land in Vasselheim, on this continent, somewhere, I'm not sure where, resides the fire Ashari. Somewhere in the town of Pyra.
What's that?
Well,
What are Fire Ashari?
they're my sister tribe. They're a part of my sister tribe. So I come from the Air Ashari.
Right.
Yeah, from Zephyra. So, yes, so they're a fire Ashari.
Oh.
So the point behind the Ashari, I'm not sure if I have expressed this to you all in the past few months. The point of our tribe is that we sought out the weakest points where the elemental planes start to bleed with our plane of existence. And these planes need to be protected, so our people have sought them all out in order to make haven there and be the protectors that we were all born to be. And as part of my aramente, I have to seek out each of the headmasters and prove myself a worthy leader.
Ooh.
Which makes me really nervous. But,
We got your back.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll totally do it.
Yeah, we
So
can
I just thought,
burn shit for days.
maybe after, we handle, like, the horn, maybe we can, I might pop in, since we're
If you
here.
want to, Keelan, when we go, we'll all follow your orders and make it seem like you're an extraordinary leader for us.
Oh, yeah. That could be good.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Good idea, yes.
Do they make you burn
course that would be
things
your
as a display
mage
of
card.
your abilities?
Well, they kind of teach me new things. They kind of instill me with their knowledge.
So the tornado thing, you could be like a fire tornado.
I could. I know. I'm so excited. But yes, super nervous because, social skills aren't my strongest suit.
We've
noticed.
Natural.
No,
You're
great.
Oh, you guys.
But it's very charming.
We gotta go there. There's fire everywhere.
Yes.
At
Yes.
this point,
And
in
is
the conversation,
everything copacetic between the different tribes?
Ooh, good question.
What?
Are you guys
Copacetic.
friendly with each other?
Is everything happy?
Well, yes, yeah, no, we're all happy. I mean, that's kind of the thing where once a generation someone sets out and goes on the aramente in order to come back a headmaster, and it's kind of like our, once a generation check-in, if you will, to make sure everything's okay. Unfortunately, the last person to go on the armente didn't come back,
Well,
which happens sometimes. Yeah.
Like, didn't come back ever?
No.
So, like, you could die.
Or maybe they got lost to the winds of the road.
Right, yeah.
It was actually my mother.
What?
To which tribe?
We don't know. She left when I was a little girl, so I don't remember much. So I don't know if she's alive or dead, really. But
We did not know that.
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, no bigs,
Yeah.
right?
What
is your mother?
It's fine. It's weird. I haven't seen her, so I don't know. I barely remember her.
Do you think there's a chance that when we visit this place, we might have to defend ourselves?
No. I wouldn't think so.
It's not like your family, Grog. They're actually nice.
Yeah, we're cool.
Look, my family is nice too. We just share love with fists.
That sounds wrong
Understandable.
in so many ways.
It does, actually.
Did your mother have to go alone, or does your tribe permit there to be help for you?
I'm assuming it would be okay. We're pretty welcoming.
That's good.
Yeah, we should totally
All right.
go there.
We will go.
And maybe ask them if they've seen your mum.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
It's weird. There's like this part of me in the back of my head that I kind of always wonders if I'm gonna run into her.
How old? When was the last time you saw your mother, or do you even remember?
I was 5, 6 maybe years old when she left.
Wow.
So I'm the next in line.
This is heavy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, it's fine. It's good to
I'm
know
just
that-
letting you know that we're going to be in those neck of the woods, so I should probably
stop by.
You know, go.
Give a little.
Land sighted! A voice breaks out from the side of the ship's bow. You guys glance over quickly to the edge of the skyship, and you see right over the edge of Dira what looks to be this ominous continent slowly approaching. Through the mists of the low clouds of this area, you can make out what looks to be a fairly heavily wooded and overgrown landscape. You can see dark forest peppered with a little bit of snowfall across the top.
That kind of place.
Occasional mountaintops and peaks breaking through the canopy of the distant forests.
Home.
Drake kind of like looms up to the side and looks a bit chilly and kind of like shakes it up. At which point Kima comes up and joins the rest of you. Kind of puts her elbows over and looks off wistfully for a second and goes, "It's been some time. Welcome to Othanzia, folks. It's an interesting place."
It is.
We'll follow your lead.
She points off and says, this forest here, we refer to as the Vasper Timberland, and it goes for miles and miles and miles before bleeding into endless tundra to the north, so let's hopefully not travel that far. This will be interesting. And she kind of turns around and heads back down into the ship. As you continue
Good
to...
talk.
Why did she say that? I know.
Who was that person?
That was so weird, right?
Everywhere we go.
Weird?
It's everywhere we go. Why can't people be normal?
As the ship slowly begins to descend, you can see in the distance, from one of the various mountain ranges that kind of break past the top, there is one singular mountain spire that tends to protrude from the center of the forest about 20 to 30 miles off the shoreline of the Ozmit Sea. Around the base of this mountain, you can see, the closer you get to it, what looks like hundreds upon hundreds of stone buildings. You can see little details along the mountainside, like countless staircases are spiraling up this mountain in different directions, kind of in a chaotic fashion, where there are large structures, fortresses built into the side of this mountain spire as you progress up the top. And this city proper, which spreads out, I'd say about a third larger than Iman. Layers of walls and walls and walls. This is probably the most fortified city you've seen in your existence up to this point. Slowly it begins to bring itself down towards, and you can see, as you get closer to the city, the walls vary in color and material. Some look recently built. Some look like they've been, constructed in the past 50 to 60 years or so from, fine, smooth stone using modern architectural techniques. Some walls look extremely ancient, partially crumbled and having to be refortified you also notice the top of these walls are completely covered with what looks like these strange dragon-headed ballista, these defense ballista that are along every single row of walls. This is a city that is meant to withstand any sort of a siege or onslaught.
Does it look like it's suffered a lot of sieges? I mean, is there battle damage to the?
It's hard to tell from this distance. You're just starting to pick up details as the ship slowly descends into the city of Vasselheim proper. But for what you can tell, there are scars across some of the larger buildings. Some of the walls look like they have sections that have been knocked down and then rebuilt, and then knocked down and then rebuilt. This is a very, very old city. Slowly, the ship descends towards what looks like a smoothed out, flattened platform on top of some mill of some kind. It doesn't look like it's built for skyship purposes more than it's been haphazardly put together to receive a skyship should it come to the city. But it looks like that type of travel doesn't come this area too often. At this point in time, you can see now the crew's gathering their ropes. They're getting ready to go ahead and lower it down. Captain Damon is slowly steering and shouting directions back and forth to his deckhands. The scale bearers and Kima come up to the top of the ship, carrying the box that contains the Horn of Orcus as well. As the ship slowly makes its way to dock on the top of this mill, Kimo has all of her materials over her shoulder. Says, "All right, so it's everyone's first time here in the city."
Yes. Yeah. Well, Keela? Okay. Yes.
All right.
And there was enough in the interim for a short rest from us getting from there to the last day to where we're at.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. Tiberius, you ever been here?
No.
Is it cold in the city?
It's pretty
No, that
chilly
was just
as
my
you come
jaw.
down. It's you wear furs naturally in cold environments, but this is the temperature's to the point where you may have to consider getting a little bit of warmer clothing if you travel too far outside of the city.
I have a lot of winter cloaks already in my
We have some fancy cloaks too, don't we?
Well, those are fancy clothes.
Oh.
But I've got winter coats that I bought for the group a long time ago.
All right.
Yeah, so.
Pass them out.
All right.
So she pulls out the really nice, thick,
Oh, that's right.
fur
We went
crafted.
shopping?
Yep.
I remember.
We have
Oh, we
three
went
of the-
shopping.
We have 3 of the fancy robes.
We had a girl shop day.
Yep.
I would have to take off my cloak though, wear that, right?
Huge on you.
So I won't wear one.
I give you what color?
I'll gird
We'll
it.
say you could probably put it over.
Okay.
It'll just look a little chunky.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a large fancy robe and try to tie it up to gird it so that it looks okay.
He wants a
on-
fancy robe,
Okay.
not
Be
a.
aware, we
Let me
only
gird my
have 2
loins.
left.
And you gird him well. You look like the tiniest Turkish wrestler you've ever seen. It's kind of adorable.
Also, I'm gonna cast lightning bolt into the ion stone.
Yay.
Okay. So mark that down. So you have a 3rd level lightning bolt saved. You still use the spell slot, but after you rest, it'll be saved inside there. Which is an interesting experience. You see him kind of do this arcane finger wiggle in the air, and then he releases what is a burst of electrical energy that immediately funnels itself and vanishes into the stone, which is now humming with a slow pulsing glow of a greenish blue light.
Are you watching this?
Wow, and
It's green. It's a green. Wait, is it like a diamond shape?
I don't know.
It's like a little.
Oh, it's like a
like a
thing.
It's like a little.
As long as it's green, you're happy, Skyline.
But it's white, right? It's a white stone.
It is white stone, but the energy blowing off it is kind of greenish in color.
Ah, there you go. Boom.
He's happy.
He's happy.
I'm girded and I've got a shiny head.
Eventually, the ship comes to stop. You feel like kind of a little bit of a lurching sensation as the ship suddenly halts its advancing. All the ropes get dropped off the sides. They start bringing what looks to be some sort of a haphazard crane, also over in preparation for Trinket to be lowered off the ship. You can see there's kind of a look of I can't describe it better than anxiousness to Kima. And, she says, "If you have any questions about the city, just speak up."
Where do we take the horn?
I believe, and she kind of looks over there to the ship. I believe our escorts will be happy to guide us. And
I'd like to do an insight check before we hustle off.
on
Kima.
go for it.
I would like to look for any places. Oh, sorry.
Rolled an 18.
Okay, and what are you trying to glean off of her?
Why does she seem anxious? Does she seem different? Does her demeanor seem different, or does she just seem in a hurry?
You could probably take it as a little bit of being in a hurry, but you also get the feeling like there's a nervousness to her that stems. It's hard to really tell where it comes from, but there is a nervousness to her.
Kima, when was the last time you were with your order?
Proper? That would be 8 years.
Oh.
It was a long time.
Of which we are about to meet them.
Sorry.
Do you get along well with
Yes. Yes. They're just well, you'll see. And she leaps over the side of the ship, grabbing the rope, and lowers herself down, as do the rest of the two scale bearers, kind of come down in tandem, clutching the chain on the sides of the box, bringing it down almost like a big Jacob's ladder. Eventually, you all make your way onto the platform, and there waiting for you, you see there's a cluster of well-armored men and women wearing semi-matching gray tabards over patchwork and plated armor. They look like a really rough and tumble militia, but they all stand firm, and kind of as you guys walk up, they give a nod of respect and understanding. And amongst them, you see one gentleman, an elderly gentleman with no hair, completely bald, thick spectacles on the tip of his nose, wearing the same silver and blue robes as the envoys that met you at the Council of Tal'Dorei, and the ones that are carrying the box. As you all approach, Kima kind of steps out ahead and goes, "Jan, it's been a while." The old man steps forward.
It has been indeed, Kima, it has indeed. And that's the scale bearer, Jan, if you don't mind. I would prefer, in mixed company, the proper niceties of our presentation.
Oh, we're no proper company, it's alright.
And you are?
We are... I'm Tiberius Stormwind, and we are Vox Machina. Everybody has names, too.
I'm Pike.
Keyleth.
I'm Ion Stonebearer Scanlan.
Cocks his head curiously.
You can call me Kingslayer. I also did that.
Very well. And Percy introduces himself as well.
I have a beard.
He gives you the most curious look of all, which is hard to follow off of the Scanlan over here.
And I'm to understand these are the bearers of the artifact.
Kima gives a nod. Yes, and I think we should be on our way quickly.
Yes, of course, please. These are our escorts. Follow suit. We will bring you onward to the Platinum Sanctuary proper to dispose of this thing.
How far is the Platinum Sanctuary?
No more than a 25-minute walk.
May I insight check, Jan?
So...
Yes, please.
I'm gonna look for any temples that might have a sigil inside. While we're going through the town, right?
All right. You want to ask around about that?
The young guy.
Okay. Well, first off, you finished your insight check. What'd you roll?
What'd you get, Liam?
13.
Okay, I got 15.
Okay. He seems stuffy. He seems definitely dedicated to whatever his intent is, but it doesn't seem to be anything deceptive in his speech.
So am I correct to assume our plan is that we're gonna march this horn
Through the town.
till we get to the temple?
Well, nobody knows what it is.
What?
Well,
So we'll just be aware there's a huge envoy.
I mean, we can only assume. Jan, how many people in the city are aware of this horn being brought here?
Well, up until now, other than myself, you travelers, and the High Bearer Vord himself, no one else.
High Bearer Vord. His name is Vord?
Vord, the High Bearer of the Platinum
What kind
Dragon.
of man is he?
You hear when he mentions Vord, Kima kind of twitches a little bit, and you remember Kima's official title is Lady Kima of Vord.
Her ex?
Vaughn?
Scale Bearer, Jan, yes.
No, Scale Bearer Jan. Oh, that's a fun name. As we travel through town, if you could point me into any place that would have a sigil of, arcaneness.
Arcaniosity is
There
what
are
it's
none.
called.
This city, arcane magic for the most part, is not allowed within consistent practice. This is a divine, a holy place. And the arcane tends to, how do you say when unwatched? corrupt and destroy from the inside. So...
Oh shit, Tiberius.
No, I'm fine. He's talking about other people.
Mm-hmm. You don't have any arcane abilities anyway, right?
Oh, of course I do. I'm a sorcerer.
No,
Right. No, I think he's...
Sure. This here in Vasselheim, the cradle of faith, the dawn city, of whence all civilization and current faith once stemmed from. There is no way in but by foot. It is a pilgrimage, a journey for each to come here, and those that stay of their own will and divine right. And you see he refers to the guards around. Each guard you see now has around their neck a very visibly shown holy symbol of some kind of deity. Most seem to fall into the realm of Arathis, Avandra, Melora, and a couple with Bahamut. None of Saren, right?
Or as Liam knows,
The best one. The best.
I'm going to take it you don't see very many Dragonborn in these parts.
No, and frankly, you're making me a bit nervous.
Oh.
However, as we ourselves are followers of the Platinum Dragon, we understand that it is dragonkind at the heart of it, the metallics that bring life and civilization and order to this world.
Yes.
Your color, I find off-putting.
I've always noticed a fine metallic sheen coming from your red scales.
Oh, I'm of the chromatic nature. I'm a bit of an anomaly in my family. They're all of the metallic brand, I assure you. The Stormwind name runs true and wide throughout Draconia. But I cast Alter Self real quick, and I turn myself into, I believe, gold. Because that's the red equivalent of red on the metallic scale.
He gives you a curious look and goes,
I think that would be better for everyone involved.
Indeed, I would be mindful to not do such things so openly in public in the future.
Oh, sorry. No.
Damn! And he kind of adjusts his robe.
This way, please follow me.
And Galbarion leads you to...
Nice, Tiberius. You look really great.
So wait, hang on. Before we move on, we're about to leave, I'm assuming?
You're stepping off the platform onto a staircase that leads off of the top of the mill.
Should a few of us, kind of flank around?
Definitely.
And,
I think we should all kind of surround the
like
box
rooftop-
and make
rooftop?
sure.
Rooftop shit? Yeah.
Oh.
I like it. Very
I can go eagle form and have aerial support.
I love it.
I can
You're
stick to the
Overwatch.
rooftops,
Overwatch.
I guess, and try to follow along.
What's that?
I'll stick to the rooftops and try to follow along, sniper eye.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, you two up top.
I'll just stay right on the path.
Yep, you and me.
All right.
Smash hands.
All right, so...
I'll take the 6.
Okay. As you...
I'm going to stay with it, but try to blend in with the crowd.
All right. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Yes.
Let's go.
23 for stealth.
All right. If you wouldn't mind, Vex, making a stealth check as well.
Oh, well,
Just to keep your rooftop activity
not
less
disturbing.
conspicuous.
We have a UAV.
Oh, well, I rolled a 1, so that's lovely.
All right.
Are you flying up above?
Yeah, I'm going eagle.
You really will.
Going,
Don't you know?
Don't you have advantage?
going
Do I
aerial
have
support.
advantage in... No.
And I'm taking it to the rear.
Not
there
in
are
this terrain,
forests here.
unfortunately.
But with the forest,
It's an urban environment.
Wait.
We do applaud your honesty, though, sister.
Yeah.
As you loudly clomp up and begin rooftop hopping, a few individuals in the city kind of take notice and take off. Which,
I
by the
wink
way,
at them as I'm climbing up.
the classic Vex wing. All right, so just so you guys can atmosphere as you step down the staircase and get to the main city street proper. The first thing you notice, the roads themselves are not cobblestone, they're not brick, they are mud. They are thick, recently sleeted mud. You hear the clomping of horse hooves as carts are pulled through, and each one has this sickly sound as each footstep makes it through. The people of this city are a very hardened and rugged folk. Most clothing is swathed in furs and thick leathers. Armor is patchwork in itself. Most of the men grow coarse facial hair, and the women themselves, their hair is wild and their appearance very stoic and grizzled. The landscape of Vasselheim. Oh, thank you kindly.
Chicken through the magic door.
The people who live here, you gather quickly walking through, and Kima gives you a bit of insight as well. Live here not because it's easy to live, not because there's many comforts. It's a very harsh living in the city of Vasselheim. But the city is also currently the oldest known bastion of civilization in the world.
Oh.
As far as it's understood, most human civilization, and while humans believe pre-elf and pre-dwarf, the dwarves and elves very staunchly disagree, all stemmed from this city, which is believed to be tens of thousands of years old. They have uncovered the single oldest temples to the main deities of good and neutrality within this city, and as such it is considered the holiest place in the modern world, which is why it has been through many, many wars and has seen much warfare and strife and difficulty. And those that live here because they feel that they can fight against this and actually call a privilege to exist in this harsh landscape as devotion to their respective deities. Also, because it is such a holy place, this is why the arcane is considered, for the most part, profane in public and very carefully controlled otherwise.
So we gotta be sneaky with that.
The buildings look
Put my
old.
spells in my back pocket for now.
The buildings range from old to newer stone, warped wood from just the weather itself. You can see a lot of the wood has a kind of a mossy texture to it, just from the general overgrowth that tends to take the city. It's not kept for beauty, it's kept for function. There's scars across most of the buildings where you can see warfare has bled into the city, and there are markings and various points of ancient damage and certain structures that have not been rebuilt, that have just been left in ruin where they stand, because they have not yet found somebody or a purpose to be restructured. It's a very different landscape than what you're used to. And the walk itself is a very solemn, quiet walk through the city. The folks that do take notice just kind of give a nod of acknowledgement or a gruff grunt as they pass by. There doesn't seem to be a definite interest in your travel. This isn't a special occasion. It seems like travelers and strange occurrences are not that unnatural in this city.
Okay. So it's like New York.
You could say that, yeah.
Okay.
It's a very ancient New York.
Sure.
And we're carrying a large ark or a box of some sort?
You are carrying the platinum box that the horn was kept in.
How big is it?
It's approximately like a foot and a half to 2 feet by 2 feet.
And
Talisman's outside.
And it's platinum? It's just a platinum box?
Yes, it is made of like solid platinum and silver with a series of very, very intricate scrolling and engravings on it.
Is it
There was some
sticking out like a sore
sapphires in
thumb?
there too, some blue sapphires, I remember.
Yes, yes.
Is it sticking out like a sore thumb?
Best you can tell, there are people taking notice of it, but none that like stop and gawk. They just kind of, keep walking.
Damn, maybe we should throw a blanket or something over it.
Yep.
You could if you want to now. So the whole
Sure we have a
burlap sack or something.
Yeah. The guard's still
Anything?
flanking you guys, surrounding this ensemble as it presses towards the base of the mountain. You make your way towards the edge of the mountain, or where the mountain begins at the bottom of the floor, and you can see dozens of staircases ascending the outskirts of this giant pointed cragless spire that just sticks up, and actually the clouds cut off the top of it. It's reminiscent of Crag Shadow, the mountain outside of Westrid that you guys traveled to long ago.
Right.
But even larger. You continue up this staircase, and the stonework itself is a little lopsided and awkward, and with each step, sometimes you have to kind of catch yourself, especially as the wind begins to pick up the higher up the mountain you go, and it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to ascend this staircase. Your legs begin to grow a little sore, until eventually you reach the base of what you can only imagine is the Platinum Sanctuary. You see before you, built into the side of the rock of this mountain, a grand stone fortress that looks older than time in itself. You can see the elements have weathered to the point where even the solid points and how the stonework was meant to be an edge have been rounded and smoothed down. There are a series of silver markings across the outskirts of it, which Tiberius you recognize as draconic.
Look, Percy, it's draconic.
Oh, so it is.
Certain words from draconic.
Percy, you've been so quiet here lately.
Don't want to talk about it.
You see phrases emblazoned on the side of this giant temple that say things like honor, justice, various like very, very old base draconic stuff. Like the current language is a more refined version. This is a very, very ancient basis of that language.
See that, Scanlan? That says something like Apollo Justice something.
It's Phoenix something.
It's maybe like Rise of the Justice of the Phoenix.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a lot of things.
Dawn of Justice.
From the top of this fortress, you see 3 constructs that don't match the stone structure. These may have been constructed or built many years later and have been added on to the temple, but 3 ivory and silver spires, towers that ascend from the top of the fortress itself, almost parallel to the very steep mountainside that this fortress is built into. You come to the front doors of this structure. 2 very, very large gray and gray stone doors with almost like white marbling through them, and you can see, mostly worn away but still barely visible, the symbol of a shield with a dragon head emblazoned on the front of it, the symbol of Bahamut. As the scale bearer, sat there. As the scale bearers approach the front, the doors on their own and open to the interior. The grinding sound of stone across the marble flooring of the fortress proper. You can see the interior of the fortress. You have a question?
Can I see inside the temple, or the
You
temple's
can now
pretty
as
enclosed?
the doors open.
Well, I was an eagle flying overhead.
Oh, yes.
And I was gonna do a perception check to see if I noted, like, kind of do a loop of the temple.
Go for it.
So I'm an eagle.
So I'm an eagle right now. Okay, so
You're such an eagle.
I very, very poorly fall off of the roof and clamber down.
20 total.
Best you can tell, there are for the makeshift guards in the city, which you've heard referred to as bastions. They're all volunteers, and actually, from what you gather here, probably a quarter of the populace are bastions. So they have a very, very heavy civilian-based militia that guards this city. And
Are those the guys who were with us, the envoys?
Yeah. No, not the envoys. The envoys come from the Temple of Bahamut. They have the blue and silver robes. You see them, they're just wearing makeshift patchwork armor, whatever that could be scavenged or constructed to outfit a militia, essentially. You see them going up and down every which staircase, just doing various passes and patrol work. Some of them have spy glasses, and you see them looking off in the distance. And as you're getting higher up the mountain, too, you look out about and you can see the entire forest around you, very thick, ominous. And you swear every now and then you can see some trees move suddenly and heavily before coming to rest in the distance.
I'm gonna go check that out first.
The rest of you are into the temple.
Is it?
Keyleth is not there.
Is it lit in there?
The door's closed. Behind you.
Hope Keyleth is okay.
Wait, what?
I don't think that I was with the group. I think I was back with the crowd. So I see the eagle fly off, and I'm just going to follow after her.
What?
Yeah, the eagle flies out of the city.
Yeah.
You're gonna leave the city, brother?
Oh no! Now that I understand
see if I can tell what's making the trees move.
Come on
but
in,
doors did get
temple.
shut in my face.
I'm
so,
fine.
It's a big solid building. Doors are shut. That's it.
Yeah, I mean the temple. Would you like to enter the temple with the rest of the group?
Yeah, you would. Yeah, do it.
Just a bird.
All right.
Yeah.
So as the doors are closing, you rush out of your subtle following pattern and then wait and put your hands up. Manage to make your way into the temple right before the doors close, catching up with the rest of the group. Caleb, make a perception check.
I have an advantage because I'm an eagle. Ooh, natural 20!
Nice.
Yeah.
On the shiny die.
All right.
He's on the shiny die. Which makes sense.
It's hard to see much anything because the canopy of this forest is so dense and so thick, and the snowfall itself, which is getting stronger through the air, and it's kind of obscuring some of your vision. But you glance down and you see another set of trees shift suddenly about a quarter mile away from the city's walls. And you can see on the edge of the city wall a number of guards are beginning to swarm up to the ballista and starting to load them and prepare them. You glance down and all you see are some fast movement beneath the canopy. Something large, something with you swear you see what something that looks serpentine-like. Multiple serpentine-like bodies or forms, and then it's gone in a second.
Hydra.
I don't want it to be a hydra.
Stop gasping. I don't see shit, Laura.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, shut up.
You see a couple ballista set loose, and the bolts go flying through the air, entering the forest. You hear a loud screeching sound, and a few dozen forests now begin to shake to the side as the creature makes its way away from the city before going still in the distance.
Okay.
You get the sensation that this is a
Common occurrence?
common occurrence.
Okay. Good to know. I'm gonna loop back around. Is there like an open window in like the temple I can just fly through?
Is there a super clear one that she could try to go through first?
Be like that Windex commercial back in the day.
The temple.
Damn it!
You make your
Break
way.
my neck, I die.
No.
There are small. They're not windows more than they're slits for arrow defense.
Right.
You could, as Keyleth, could squeeze through. It'd be one of those things where like you have to careen and transform and then squeeze through.
Okay, I'll do that.
Which you do, and as you do, you come right into the face of a spear right there as another one of the Platinum Dragon guards
transformed into like
says,
a fly.
"Who goes there?"
Oh boy.
Hi!
The guard begins to approach from the side.
I am with Vox Machina. I'm pretty sure they just came through the front door. It's cool. I was just doing just like aerial support. I'm just gonna go reconnect with my group. It's fine.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm Keyleth.
Skill bearer.
I'm not good at this shit.
Not there, Grog.
What am I doing? A persuasion check? Christ.
You're gonna roll 1.
Sorry, Miss Charisma.
Shut up.
Oh, wow.
Oh wait, I don't know why I'm rolling 2.
That's funny.
6?
Oh no!
Keyleth's dead.
No. Probably just put her.
The one guy holding the spear to you keeps it there. The other guy walks up behind and says, "You see your hands?
Why?
Let me see your hands." He takes your hands, pulls out a set of shackles, and locks them on.
This is the second time you've been arrested.
Yeah, it is.
The guy with the spear turns behind you and just holds it to your back as the gentleman just cuffed you, grabs the chain between, and starts pulling you towards the main chamber.
You know, can we just buzz by the front foyer and then we'll find my friends and then I'll be like, hey, those are my friends, it'll be fine.
Leads you down the stairway to an area where it opens up into like a small courtyard. Takes to the right of the courtyard into a central chamber where the rest of Vox Machina is currently being led.
Do I see her?
Yeah, you guys all see her being led in cuffs, essentially.
Seriously. Again.
What'd you do?
Highness, what is your problem?
She's with us. She's with us. She was just outside.
No, we don't know who she is.
Is she? We have a few minutes
Shut
to
up,
discuss
Grog.
this, I think.
At this point, Kima turns and says, "She's with me."
Oh.
And both the scale bearers go, "Lady Kima, I'm so sorry." And they go ahead and they take the cuffs off real fast and put the spear back and they
Yeah,
step
you
back.
listen
And
to Lady Kima.
Classic handcuff wrist
Ouch.
twist.
Hard ass.
Yeah, I'm with her.
they back off and bow deeply and then kind of escort themselves off embarrassed.
I
Did you guys see that?
I nudge
Did you
Grog.
that? I did.
Grog,
Grog,
I'm nudging you.
I knew you had it in you.
I'm starting to feel so
I'm just
hardcore.
nudging. I'm just nudging you.
Oh, okay.
Because Kima did something super hot.
I do need a
I
tattoo.
know. I noticed. She doesn't love me, though.
She does.
No, I don't.
Right. The Scalbarion continues to lead you through this main chamber. And this chamber, like I said, it's the temple. It's strange because most temples you've seen to Bahamut or many other deities are extravagant or, built with a modern day sense of architecture. This is a very plain, simple stone fortress. It's hard to grasp what time it was built, but just the smell itself seems very ancient. There's a scent of dust and age and functionality to its construct, and but there's still a sense of power to it. Especially you, Pike, where you're sensitive to divine energy. This whole place is humming with it. Even though it's not the Othanzia you're used to connecting with, this is when they say this is a holy place, you can feel it.
Is everything okay, Pike?
It's just there's a lot of holiness here.
I would imagine.
On a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being super holy.
Probably 6.
Whoa!
That's extra holy.
This temple goes to 6.
The temple goes to 6.
Just this whole land in particular. Oh. There's a lot here, but
That is good, though.
Do you need a moment? Do you need to sit
it's
down?
good.
Do you need me to hold you?
I think I'm okay to keep going.
All right.
Yeah. But maybe later. We'll see.
understand.
I get a little tired.
Of which you feel a nudge at your side, and it's an armored elbow from Kima saying, "If you wouldn't mind holding off on the fraternizing when in the Temple of Bahamut, I would really appreciate it."
Oh, that's right.
Message understood.
At which point, Scalebearer Jan is now at another second set of double doors, and he presents his holy symbol above his chest. It glows for a second, and what was originally just smooth stone doors, you see a divine glow in the symbol of Bahamut you saw at the front of the temple appear for a moment, and then as it vanishes, the two doors open on their own into a central worship chamber. This is a much larger domed room. It looks like it goes up about 80 feet to the top of the ceiling, and the dome itself has what looks like an extremely ancient, detailed drawing, like Sistine Chapel style, of almost like the tale of the entirety of creation. You see all the elemental planes represented in the corners of the theoretical corners, where corners would be in a domed room. And you can see a crude representation of how all the planes lay over each other. You can see the astral plane. You can see where the 9 hells would exist, and the abyss itself. And in the center, there's the prime material plane, and across it, you see a giant image of the great platinum dragon Bahamut, drawn in all of his glory, currently snapping down on one of the throats of a multi-headed dragon. This other dragon with 5 different heads of 5 different chromatic colors, and this struggle between what you know to be Bahamut and Tiamat.
Tiamat?
Tiamat.
Is that the bad one?
You gather.
That is the baddest
I
one.
mean, I know that because I know a lot about dragons.
Do I see or learn anything about the elemental planes that I didn't know before?
Not from the artwork. It's very pretty.
So pretty.
I take it all in, and I'm reminded of one of the museums at home.
And actually, funnily enough, you've seen this art piece in a book. It's been a long time, but you know that this has been studied before and exists somewhere in Draconia, the tome that talks about this exact temple.
We just make cave drawings.
Is
Tiamat still alive?
Paper leaves in them with
Is he around?
scribbles.
At which point, both Jan and Kima and all the scale bearers kind of turn to you with a look of...
Can't put my finger on it.
Kind of understanding that you don't quite know, but also the fear and the knowledge that they don't say anything. They just give you a look that says, yes, very much so.
Oh. I mean... Tiamat's still around, huh?
Unfortunately, yes.
They continue walking.
Oh.
Now, the floor of this chamber, which is a very simple stone, you can see there are small sculptures, each one representing some sort of a humanoid entity dressed in similar robes to the other envoys and members of this temple that you've encountered this far. Some of them are in full armor, some are wearing just robes, and they're very, very old. Some of them seem a little more recent, and you gather these each have some sort of cultural or religious significance to this temple. However, one of these is not a statue. In the center of this worship chamber, it's just strangely, eerily quiet. There is one humanoid that turns to the rest of you. What you see before you is a slender elven male, draped in long white robes that drag a few feet behind his form across the ground. He has a stark white hair that is slicked back against his head, no facial hair, frail but very handsome features. Elves, when they age very gracefully. And from the look of this, and most elves you've seen, this is a very old elf that has aged very gracefully. He turns to the rest of you, and you see across his neck a very, very well-crafted, intricate series of draconic symbols that finishes with a giant emblem of Bahamut himself. His voice rings out and echoes throughout the hallway as you approach, each footstep echoing as you get closer. Welcome, everyone, to the Platinum Sanctuary. I am called Bearer Vord, keeper of this most holiest of places. I received word from a disciple of mine, of which Kima has now stepped forward and bows, or kneels before him and says, "Your Holiness." Of which he looks down with a smile. "Ah, Kima, I am pleased to see you. It has been a long time, my disciple." He looks up to the rest of the group. "I understand you carry something of terrible omen. Let us discuss how to be rid of it. Please, present the container.
Right here.
The scale bearer stepped forward and set the container on the ground. They go to reach for it, and he goes, no, do not open it. He kind of takes a second, holds the symbol to his chest, and closes his eyes. And you can see this kind of divine glow pulse off of him for a second.
Kima, what's happening?
She goes, shh.
Okay.
The box begins to pulse with the divine light as well. And then suddenly vanishes, and he kind of catches his breath. It is as you said. This must be sealed immediately.
Yes.
Yeah. We could have just told you that.
He gives a look to the rest of the group here, and you can see there's like a noticeable bead of sweat. He kind of wipes from his forehead. I just needed to confirm that this was not some haphazardly constructed fake or a similar artifact mistaken for such a horn, but we indeed have within our presence one of the Horns of Orcus. This does not bode well.
Have you guys? Oh, sorry.
No, please.
I'm just wondering. You've had one of these before? Yes.
No, but we know that these exist. Few of us do. The knowledge itself has been lost to time, intentionally. It was brought to my attention, and through discussions with the council which sent you on this journey, that this would be the safest place to seal such an artifact. And amongst all other options, as of this time, I see no other choice. So, what's been proposed? Allow me to explain to you the plan. One of our most divine relics of our beloved protector Bahamut was kept deep beneath this temple, within the mountain we rest against. The Star of Exaltation.
Oh,
the Star of Exaltation.
Thank you.
A crystal born from the tear Bahamut shed for the sacrifices his first devoted made in the Great War of Beginnings, the Dawn War. This item was unfortunately lost nearly 300 years ago, giving the last of its power to protect this very Vasselheim. The intervention it brought from our great deity expended and left the artifact destroyed. Since the chamber that held this star, a blessed and ever-watched nexus beneath the gaze of the great platinum dragon himself, has gone empty, we've tended to it. We've kept it fairly well-watched and in the state it was originally constructed for. And we think no greater location to seal such a deeply rooted evil exists within our spheres of influence or any other. Unfortunately, the last time the chamber was cleansed and prepared was some 15 years ago. Our curate tasked one of our own scale bearers, and he looks over towards Jan, who sheepishly backs away, was tasked with preparing it for your arrival, and the artifacts. And it was found that the lower chambers had been infested with some manner of foul subterranean spider or creature.
Oh, man.
And our scale bearer fled. At which point Jan leaves the entire conversation and exits the room.
Jan.
You hear Kima kind of give a spit in his direction. But not before initiating the vault's defenses. Thus, I ask you to complete your journey into the Hall of the Exalt below. Clear out these meager beasts, and guide your Reliquary into the vault chamber to seal it for good.
We have to contend with the defense systems as well?
Not all of them, but apparently in his haste and escape and defend himself, he set a few of them to aid his escape.
Great. Good job, Jan.
Thanks, Jan.
You hear no response.
Why does he still work here?
Very good question.
Does he have tenure or something? Is it a union thing?
He's been with us for many, many years, and he has great heart devotion here. Though idle he may be in his mind, he does bring much to the temple.
So wait, and you said this, you lost the Crystal of Exaltation during the war
It was destroyed during a siege.
During the
of
war
the
of
city.
what?
Beginnings?
The War of the Beginnings.
The War of the Beginnings.
That was close.
And how long ago was this War
No,
of Beginnings?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was created in the War of Beginnings.
It was created?
It was lost in a battle, a siege of the city of Vasselheim 300 years ago.
300 years.
Called what?
During what war?
Siege of the Middle Chapters.
That had no particular name.
Oh, it's just lost in
just a
It
thing.
was one of the sieges in the
The
West.
battle where the thing was lost.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Paul, may I, question please. We'll clear out your basement, that's not a problem. I'd like to understand how you plan to protect this horn, how you plan to keep it out of the hands of entities who would use it for ill.
That
and,
big scary creature living out in the woods. Sorry, brother.
And how, that's
He
fine.
glances towards you and says, "Oh, that has been one of many." Let it be known that this temple is extremely well guarded, is continuously under the gaze of our patron deity, and while some of the defenses have been put in place for your arrival, if the entirety of the vault is triggered, there is nothing that'll make its way there unannounced.
Are we to carry the box down as we journey into the dungeons below, or are we to leave it here while we go clear out the basement?
The scale bearers will bring it with you.
Okay.
Keep them safe.
Keep them safe? Oh, all right. We've got enough to worry about keeping
So,
ourselves safe.
I'm just to get one thing clear, and I mean no disrespect, but how was the crystal lost 300 years ago if it was in this chamber? So this chamber has been broken into before?
We can enter the chamber under very specific circumstances. We, at the time, requested the use of the Star of Exaltation as a divine focus, a ritual that required the intervention of Bahamut to keep the city safe.
Oh, so someone like brought it out and
Yes.
then was
then it was
clumsy and lost it.
And you know
It
what?
wasn't clumsy and lost. It was used as a focus in the ritual.
Oh.
It was by the will of Bahamut himself
Okay,
that the
so-
star no longer was required to exist on this plane.
Oh, so it was
It served its
destroyed.
purpose. Yes.
Lost.
Oh.
As in
Like not around.
You should change your
Well,
verbiage
everybody's
there.
been talking. Can
Just-
I have used my
It's okay.
my
10, ladies
primeval
and gentlemen.
awareness
Charisma 10.
to see within 6 miles if there's any dragons around us? Just because I'm curious.
Primeval awareness, yeah.
So you take a moment and kind of like zone out for a second. You do not sense any dragons in the immediate vicinity of the 6 mile radius of this.
Oh, okay. All right. That's all I wanted to know.
Primeval awareness over.
It's not good.
Can we drop off this box or what? I want to go see the fire dancers.
Yeah, let's go.
No, we need to go.
Not
Well, we
really-
also
oh.
need to like. Are we gonna do that like now?
Just go.
Kill out
Yeah,
the
well, it's the
basement.
morning still.
Are we,
Isn't it?
are, we
Let's
all,
go.
are we all potioned up? Are we all?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good?
We're all
think
healed.
we're
Clear out the
fine.
basement.
Nothing down there, right?
Yeah. I mean, you want us to do it now? Yeah.
I'm not.
Yes,
I haven't been paying
this
attention. for half an hour
artifact be
anyway. I
left
don't know.
longer in the open, which I would not be comfortable with.
No,
I would
neither would
prefer
I.
this be taken care of immediately.
Yeah, we'll do it
Let's
now.
go do it.
I mean,
Got a bear.
obviously we want the horn taken care of, but you know, we're taking care of a problem for you too.
Here it goes. Here it goes.
Holiest place on
Yes, the holiest place.
Haggle with the
Shaking
Pope.
down
What
Haggle
you're
with the Pope.
inquiring
Shaking
about
down the Pope.
Religion since
is a monetary reward
I was just wondering.
for your aid.
I'm not asking.
The temple can provide a sum of 3,000 gold pieces
Per party member. Yes.
entirely. 3,000 gold pieces for your trouble on this journey. Which Kima says forward and says, Hi, Bearer, we do not need to take
we
money
don't
from
want
the...
money, of course not. I mean, I.
But think
could
of the
offer-
good we could do with that money, giving alms to the poor back home where we are.
Yes, spreading the word of Bahamut.
Bahamut.
Where we go.
We do a lot of charity work, and it would be well received back home in the keep.
You make a persuasion roll, you make a deception roll.
Deception.
It's not deception. We really will.
No, only one of you.
You
Ladies of the evening really do need the money.
What'd you roll, Sam?
A 30.
Oh, that's really good because I rolled a 19. Wait, no, you didn't. Yeah,
3-0?
3-0. I have a plus 13 for deception.
That explains so much.
We gotta get you deceiving more.
We're gonna get you deceiving more. You should lie more. It's good.
Lie to me, Pinocchio, lie.
3,000 gold at your disposal to bring about, to share in the prosperity of your people back home.
Amen.
Once the artifact is delivered and sealed.
From one holy man to another. I think we've struck a deal. Let's go.
Bert Reynolds, you've done it again.
As you all turn, Kima goes, I'll show you to the vault room.
Are you going to come with us, Kima?
Yes, I'm coming with you.
Good.
That's over at you. Shall we, holy man?
Why, yes, my sister. Lead the way.
She's been with us the whole time.
As you guys are walking out of the chamber, the door is closed behind. He turns to you and says, is that why you were blessed with such a temporarily swollen appendage before?
I don't know how the Lord works. It's mysterious.
Let us be on our way. And she kind of walks off flustered and frustrated. You guys are led down 2 layers. This actual temple recedes further and further into the mountain until eventually you're led into what seems to be almost like a storage basement. It's a very musty smell. Like it's old earth.
It's dank down here.
Yeah, it kind of has that slight moldy scent to it. There are 5 guards stationed in this storage vicinity, and as you approach, they all stand up. They're all still wearing ceremonial armor, 2 of which you can see are really well armed. One with a greatsword, one with a longsword on the side, and they look pretty prestigious to be assigned to a basement this terrible.
At ease, soldiers.
Of course. And they step aside.
Kima steps forward, takes her holy symbol,
Damn,
and
girl.
removes it from around her neck. Places it, she looks at the wall for a second and kind of feels for a second, then places it into what you didn't see before was some sort of a slight recess in the wood. It flashes the divine energy, and suddenly the wood illusion is dispelled, and what you see before you is a stone doorway that begins to slowly shift to the side and open up into a staircase that
Are
descends.
we going to find these defenses right away, or what?
Kima kind of gives you a look of shrugs, and to be perfectly honest, I have not been within the vault.
Oh.
Well.
Is there like a blueprint somewhere?
Liam, you're up soon. I mean, Vax.
I thought he was Vax.
My communication earring was a little unfixed there. Hold for a second.
Check for some traps, brother.
You got it. I'm glad to get out of upstairs, I muttered to my sister, because the decor up there was for shit. That is high.
That's
that was a 26.
26 for...
Traps in the stairway?
Traps and traps. All right. As you slowly begin to descend the stairway, you keep an eye out across the staircase itself and any of the surrounding walls, and the stonework here is also extremely ancient, marking probably a similarity to the most ancient of buildings you've seen in this city. This subterranean structure is probably one of the older parts of this temple. You don't see anything trap-wise. The stairway eventually comes to an end into a chamber about 50 feet by 50 feet. It's very, very low light. There appear to be...
light!
Okay, as the brief moment of light before your eyes can really focus in, there's a flash of light at the edge of Tiberius' staff, and the room actually gets harder to see. You see there is a thick white mist that just kind of hangs in the air throughout the entirety of this room.
It's like having your high beams on.
I
It's foggy.
decast light.
Okay, you dispel the light.
What is all of
And
this?
your eyes adjust a little bit. You can see what looks like this room, for the most part, doesn't have any sort of details. There are a couple of sconces with low flickering light that are embedded in the side of the walls of this 50 foot by 50 foot room. It's about 20 feet high.
I go ahead and I just do a little wind gust and I go
Okay.
down the hall.
Okay. So you
Clear out
do.
the fog.
Which spell is this?
Gust of wind.
Okay, so you cast Gust of Wind. The mist that was filling this room blows out the other side, and you can see the room is a little more visible now.
Oh, very good.
There's still a light mist on the sides, but the center of the walkway is clear for a second. You see now in the center of the room, what were initially just dark spots in the mist, there are 2 pillars that are attached from ceiling to floor, roughly about 20 feet apart from each other, kind of in the center of each side of the room. Each pillar is solid gray stone with what looks like intricately carved small dragons almost curling and wrapping around the statues. Each one of their heads kind of turned, mouth open, kind of angrily in different directions.
Can I check for traps?
You guys, both of you guys make perception checks.
I was 19.
Oh, he already rolled. Look at him. Perception? 25.
So, looking about, Liam.
Yes.
Sorry, Vax. You notice the base of each one of these pillars is not flush with the floor. There is a slight gap, meaning there is some sort of a rotation or pivot to these pillars. You notice that these mouths of these dragons seem to be what's creating this white mist. And as time progresses, the mist begins to refill up the room rather quickly.
Alright. Do I notice any, like, does it seem, well, I guess, without touching it, any kind of poisonous in nature or anything like that?
Looks like mist.
While we're standing around, I'd like to reassign the earrings to Vax, Grog, and Scanlan.
I don't get one anymore? You're taking it off of me.
And
right
give it-
now.
Yeah, he's giving it to me.
Because we're always together. We're always, like, kind of in the back together.
Alright.
And they're always kind of, like...
That's
up in
true,
the
I do
fray,
wander
so-
off easily.
Or anything that... You
Oh, is that you, Grog?
Hey, hi. Hello.
She's always kind of, like, in the middle. She's a wild card, and he's always in the back with us also. Because we're the more ranged dudes.
Alright.
Wait, do I still have one?
I'm putting down my mask just in case this is awful.
Okay. So you guys are still at the stairway. The mist has now filled the room again in front of you.
Should we try breathing it and see what happens?
Yeah, sure.
I
My
just
gust of
reach my
wind-
arm into the mist and just see.
My gust of wind lasts up to 1 minute, by the way, so I can keep...
Oh, maybe we should just not touch the mist and go straight through the room.
I'm just airbending.
Okay.
You've been wanting to say that.
So,
you can blow it and we just walk
as this conversation has continued, let's say about 30, 40 seconds has gone by in transferring the earring and discussion, so there's still a little bit of... There's a clear pathway in the center there.
Let's go.
Should we go?
Let's go through.
Let's go before
Yes.
it
All
gets
right.
back.
Hustle.
Go, go.
Okay. You all start running through. You're running through with them. Can keep
Vax,
the
check for traps. Vorak, Desona, come.
I perception checked the
Oh, we're
room.
good? Okay.
Didn't seem like there was
I'm
anything.
running 10 feet ahead of everybody. I rolled a big old 1.
He tripped.
Okay.
Wow.
You
Oh no.
continue forward, and as you're rushing through the group, not paying attention, you gently hit the edge of the mist barrier with your shoulder as you're rushing to the side instinctually to like stealth along the wall. As your shoulder breaks the mist,
Bring it.
all of the dragon mouths burst into bright, fiery flame and begin spinning rapidly in the room. The people that are in the center running through right now, which include Keyleth, Scanlan, Tiberius, and Pike, all of you guys make dexterity saving throws right now.
Son of a bitch.
Way to go, Vax.
Teacher, did I have time to finish my book?
You have.
Yes!
Dexterity
You said dex save? Dex save?
Dex save, yes.
18.
It's alright.
18. All right. Scanlan?
Oh, 13.
13.
3.
All right.
26.
All right.
Also
But I'm
13.
short. I'm so short. They would
super
Just
duper
gonna hit you in
short.
the
They would
face.
just
Okay.
blow right over.
As the flames just burst out throughout the room, tearing into the air with this reddish-white flame, both Vax and Tiberius manage to try and dodge out of the way as best they can, only receiving each of them.
Well, all Vax has to do is roll because he's already on the freaking ground.
12 points of fire damage to each of you.
Well,
To
rogue
who?
with uncanny dodge.
You
for
take
a
none.
Successful save
And I
gets
take half.
0 damage.
So you take 0 damage. You take 12.
So I take half. Is it 24 total?
No, 24 total.
Sorry.
You take half.
Ooh.
Scanlan,
of us?
Keyleth, and Pike all take 24 points of fire damage.
Ouch.
Ow. Are we still moving? Are we still
Getting used to. Are you getting used to your new foot, Vax?
You guys move through. That's the 4 of you guys. Percy, Grog, and Vex and Trinket are all behind as they watch the flames burst out, and they all kind of stop their inertia, and now the mist slowly fills up the room. About the time that your spell wears off for the first minute.
Let's move.
Do we?
We're
Three
still
of us
in.
are
You
still
guys are
back.
split right now with the bearers, the scale bearers.
Oh, they're coming
and
with
then
us. They're
we're
like coming with
they're
us
with
through
you,
the whole
yeah.
thing.
Wait, hang on.
Keyleth, blow the smoke again. Blow the mist away. If you can.
Burn in another spell slot. Alright, here we
Oh,
go.
no.
Okay,
All right.
that's very. Now
No,
we run
no,
through.
he doesn't
Don't
care.
touch
Now we
anything
walk
on the side.
gently through.
He doesn't care. No.
Burning the second spell slot, the mist clears itself. Now that you're aware of what it does, you're very careful to direct it towards the center and leave an open path. The rest of you rush through, including the scale bearers, and the minute you have, the wind is blowing in your face from Keyleth's position. It's kind of like stepping into the force of a hurricane. You have to put your hand in front of you.
pretty
to
good though, Keyleth.
Thanks. I try to get a little bit of like a sage thing going on.
Sagey, rosemary.
Rosemary,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
A little bit of
prestidigitate
orange
just
blossom.
a tiny
it's
like
nice.
air shield in front of me.
When I bite
I'm
into a
waiting.
York peppermint patty,
It's also pure oxygen, so
It's
we
a
could
very,
get
very
little
tiny
bit of
shield
buzz.
that it protects this much of your face.
That's
So
what I'm doing.
Your eyes are fine.
I'm doing
The
this.
rest of your robes are so.
Yeah.
You guys all make your way across the room.
So I can see.
You can finish your spell, and the mist immediately fills up and completely obfuscates that room behind you once more.
One down.
Made it!
That was eventful.
20 rooms to go.
You're now in what is a 10-foot wide chamber for an additional 20, or a tunnel or a hallway for another 20 feet before it opens up into another room, but there is no light source in there whatsoever. You, with light on your staff again, do you kind of step ahead to...
Do you want to shoot an arrow in?
Oh, would you like to see?
Yeah, let's do it.
Very good. Light.
All right, so as Vex releases her arrow, light bursts forth from the wooden shaft as it arcs across the room. As it does, you can see the room, as opposed to the previous one, which was square in shape. This one is circular. It is almost like a cylinder in its design. Go ahead and make a perception check.
They're always in trouble.
16.
Okay.
29.
He's
Okay.
better.
You notice that across this floor of the circular room, there are these circles marked across the entirety of the surface here.
Right. Those are probably
I
traps.
bet those are fun.
Pressure plates, maybe?
Okay, or sigils. We have to activate them or not
If I
activate
have
them.
dark vision, out
Can
to
we
a
see
range of 60
to the other
feet.
side of the room?
Hmm?
Can we see to the all the way to the clear to the other side of the room?
Opposite side, there is actually a much larger opening, what looks to be another staircase that descends. This one is 20 feet wide. It's a very wide staircase from where you're used to seeing,
And it's
especially in the
open. There's
structures.
no door.
No doorway. It's open. It just descends down below. And the only way you can tell is because the arrow arcs across
Stand
them.
back.
Oh.
I'm gonna click my boots.
What? No.
Haste.
Shouldn't we like throw something onto one of the pressure plates first and see what it does?
Yeah, me. I'm going to click my boots of haste. I'm going to run. I'm going to do sort of a running roll, land on the closest circle, and wait for like half a tick, and then roll off of it.
Are you kidding me?
What are
All right.
you doing?
So as you guys are about to go, wait! Vax is already off, clicks the boots. The magic, the arcane magic of the boots of haste kick into his body. He leaps forward, make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Hope you get your eyebrows burned off.
22.
All right. You leap forward. Your hand touches the first circle in the room. As it does, there's suddenly a shift in the room. Like all of a sudden, the hand which you had purchase on slides out from underneath you. You catch yourself on your feet, but now suddenly there's a loud grinding sound. The entire room seems to be shifting, moving, spinning in its own right, and you instinctually feel something moving towards you very quickly. Make a dexterity saving throw, Lee.
Oh boy.
I click my earring. You're an
I'm
idiot,
going to use
Vax.
luck because that blew, and that's a natural 20.
Oh!
Yeah, 20!
Yeah, 20.
So, You barely manage to move out of the way before that circular portion of the ground skyrockets up like a pillar, one very similar to the one that you created for your spell. It slams into the ceiling with a heavy thud, retracts, and continues again. In fact, looking around you, all of them in the room are now, at different levels, pistoning into the ceiling. This entire room is slowly rotating, and there are just a series of pillars mashing into the ceiling. You have to make an acrobatics check to try and get through this now, because you have very little space to move.
Okay. I'm going to use luck again. That is 18.
18. You managed to make your way halfway across the room, dodging out of the way as these pillars are slamming and retracting, kind of use the pattern of when they're pulling down from the ceiling, but they're moving very fast. One of them manages to catch you underneath your ankle. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw again.
That's 15.
15. All right. It catches you, takes you off of your balance, and it rockets you towards the ceiling. You manage to pull most of your body out of the way in time, but it still catches the back of your shoulder blade. You take 40 points of crushing damage.
Yes!
As you are slammed into the ceiling, and as the pillar retracts, you roll off with a heavy wheeze of pain. Catching onto your feet again, make one more acrobatics check.
Oh my god. If you get crushed to death.
I'm sitting down cross-legged by the way.
Huh? What?
23. 23. You managed to, in the severe pain you're feeling, you can tell there's probably some serious bruising in there, and you probably broke a couple ribs. But you managed to just barely dodge and leap out of the way, making yourself across the room to where the staircase descends out of the immediate danger.
Jeez.
The rest of you now are standing on the opposite side of this room, which is currently a rotating grinding mill.
That was great.
Who's next? If there's any kind of device or anything on this side.
Okay, hold on a second, Vax. Just chill out for a minute. We all just took a little damage this last time.
Perception check.
He's checking. He's checking.
All right, make a perception check.
For a lever or something.
For a switch.
25.
25.
You need to heal.
25. You can see on the ceiling in the very, very center of the room, precariously placed right where one of the pillars in the center slams into the ceiling, there appears to be a small quarter-sized hole, gold piece-sized hole in the ceiling.
Yeah, come on, Vex.
Race you for it.
In the middle of the room. In the ceiling, where...
Is there a shot of it, or is there bagoong, bagoong, bagoong going on?
Oh no, it's still going. The pillars are still slamming into the roof. And that one hole you see is right where one of the pillars slams into the roof. You only see it intermittently when the pillar retracts.
Go, sharpshooters, go.
You first or me?
Well, let's try this first, because you might just break it down completely.
Oh, very well.
You're much more powerful than I am, person.
Yeah, ladies first, perhaps.
Ladies first.
Alright, can I try to shoot an arrow into the little hole?
You can. This is a hard shot because it's at an angle now.
Okay.
And it's to be kind of a... We're talking, this is Robin Hood level split the arrow, because you have to hit it and ricochet upward to see if it'll have any
Oh,
effect.
jeez Louise.
I,
Do it.
place my hands on her shoulders.
Can you inspire?
I can inspire her.
Yep.
And I give her enhance ability.
Ooh, enhance
Okay, what does that mean?
You have advantage on...
Ability checks. It's not going to
Ability
help
checks. It's an ability check.
This is what, an attack?
Oh, wait,
Or is
never
this
mind.
This would be an attack. This is,
I would
this
like
is
to
careful
offer
aim.
my beard for a rub of good luck.
I'm gonna.
If you would like to touch it.
Thanks.
As you offer the beard, it tears off.
What?
Oh no!
What did you do?
You know what? I'm gonna tie this to the arrow. It's gonna give it really good luck.
Seems like it's
I'm not
aerodynamically.
actually gonna tie it to the arrow.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of
plan.
crumple it.
Mark in your inventory, you now have a fake Grod rope beard.
Is that like a -1 to my confidence now?
Oh, it will come into play. Live for the day
So
to
the
see.
goal is to shoot an arrow into this like the Death Star. Is that what's going on?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, cool. As I see her ready, I'm gonna hold up my hand with my ring pointed right at that hole. To do
So you can deflect it if I...
I got your back.
Alright, thanks,
Get it,
Tiberius.
All right, and you're going to...
I'm going to inspire her with inspiration. I'll sing, ooh, Shut up and shoot that hole. Your arrow is my destiny. And I said, ooh, shut up and shoot that hole.
And with that, you feel your focus. You wait. You breathe in. You breathe out. You breathe in. You breathe out in pattern with the slamming of the piston against the ceiling.
Get it, you're gonna
You let out all your breath and you hold, waiting between heartbeats, and then release. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
I'm gonna roll the fancy one we got last week.
Get it, girl, get it.
Alright. Oh no. Okay. I add my attack bonus?
Yes, you do.
Plus an inspiration.
Plus an inspiration
Plus
dice?
a d10.
Oh shit.
You're so quiet. I know. Oh, that's awesome! Okay. 35.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah! Good inspiration.
As you release the arrow, you see the pillar slamming. The pillar comes down just as the arrow crests over it, past another pillar that just barely manages to miss it by a segment.
I cast telekinesis to swoop it up. God. Just to help it guide it.
Oh, let me just see if I got it first!
You rolled a 35.
Alright,
It's going there anyway.
So as the pillar pulls down, the arrow goes cascading forward. Go ahead and make a d20 roll with the +5 modifier.
Sweet. That's 17.
17? Okay. So as the arrow makes its way, it ricochets off the bottom edge of the actual hole and immediately bends itself upward, the shaft bending as it begins to start heading up the hole. There's a sudden force of arcane energy that slams it even harder up into the top of this tiny little slit. As it goes up there, you hear what sounds like a splintering of wood and metal. Then you hear metal grinding. You start seeing bits and chunks of grinding metal begin to pour out of the hole, and the pillars begin to...
Hey!
Nice shot!
Yeah,
eventually coming to a halt.
A wrench in a
I could
machine.
have done it.
You totally could have
I
done
could have
that.
made that shot.
Next room's yours.
Next room's yours.
That was one of those impossible things, right? Like
pretty damn close to impossible.
Nice.
Pretty damn close to impossible.
All right, let's go across and heal our rogue.
Yeah, we walk across.
As they come to the other side, I clutch my broken rib and injuredly hold a hand up and give a half-assed high five to my sister. Ugh.
Good job getting slammed into the roof like that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
So can we take like a short rest to heal up, and then also like a short rest to take a short rest in real life?
You can. We're gonna go ahead and stop here. You're now taking a short rest.
Okay.
You guys take a moment. If you want to go ahead and heal up at all, use any of your hit dice, you're able to. Vax.
I'm gonna do that.
Me too.
And on that note, we're gonna go ahead and take our 5-minute break here, guys.
Cool.
While the party takes a short rest, we're taking a 5-minute rest. We gotta be done by 10 tonight.
Let's
for the
do
stream.
it.
So we're gonna take a 5-minute break.
True five.
Orion, if you want to go ahead and come over, we're gonna go ahead and give you guys.
8, 9, 10.
Yes, sir.
That's
No,
great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we want to go ahead and introduce our guests and give them an overview of the charity we have currently on the stream tonight. So
Very important stuff.
Yes.
I got it.
I'm
Rolled
gonna
2
pass this
8s
over
in
to
a
Orion.
row.
Okay.
Nice.
Come on over. Enjoy my chickens.
Don't forget to go to Teespring and buy our t-shirts.
Yes, by the way, our t-shirts are on Teespring. We have 6 more days.
They're on
6
2
more
days,
days.
guys.
6 days to buy t-shirts.
It also just went up on our website on critroll.com, so you can go to our website and find the link.
All right, guys, we'll see you in a little bit. Meanwhile, take it away.
I'm gonna tweet the Teespring link right now.
Lucas, go full screen.
Sam is tweeting it.
Give me that chair.
Okay.
Oh, you good, man?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Team.
We have points.
Orange chair.
Thank you.
Orange chair.
All right. Oh, are we standing for this? Yeah. We're gonna stand for this? Oh. Tell me that for the chair thing. Hi, everybody. Orion Nakaba here, and wait, what is his name?
Taylor
Carroll. I'm here with Taylor Carroll, and this is our special guest, and he is with Game Changer, and he has a couple things to say for this particular awesome charity that we are working with today with Square Enix and the Deus Ex anniversary.
Thank you. Well, first of all, on behalf of Game Changer, I just want to say what a blast it is to be with you guys. Personally, I've never watched D&D before, and you guys have made me a huge fan. And yeah, so a little bit of backstory about Game Changer. So about 9 years ago, I was diagnosed terminal with a form of cancer. I was given about 2 weeks left to live, but thankfully it's been a long 2 weeks. I'm totally healthy now. But thank you. But when I was sick, the most incredible thing that I saw was the impact that video games had on the people and on the children that were fighting cancer and other rare diseases. And witnessing the incredible good of the gaming community, of video games, my dad and I resolved to make an organization that used and capitalized on that incredible good of video games, of the gaming community, to help those suffering from rare diseases. And so 1 year later, Game Changer Charity was born, and we started out just collecting games from the incredible gaming community, giving them back to kids suffering from rare diseases. And 7 years later, it evolved into what we have now. Now we're sponsored with some incredible gaming organizations like Square. Huge thanks to them for partnering with us for this awesome campaign. But yeah, today now we go into hospitals and do things called Game Changer Days, where we go and we bring food for the staff, for the families, for the kids suffering from rare diseases. We bring them gaming packages so they can bond together. We provide college scholarships, and we really just try and provide hope and inspiration, the same hope and inspiration that games really provided me when I was sick.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we here at...
Oh, thank you. No, thank you guys.
And we here at Critical Role really love organizations like yours, which is why when we started talking, it was such a nice partnership for you to come on and tell us about this organization. Tell everybody where they can find to help or send if they wanted to send to Game.
Game Changer.
Yeah, where would they go for that?
So
if they wanted to check it out.
To support Game Changer, to learn more about what we do, you can visit www.gamechangercharity.org. And if you go to our website, you can see our campaign with Deus Ex. You can go online, and if you donate anything more than $1, you get a free copy, director's cut.
Well, awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll probably do that too. That sounds like it's pretty sweet. And I wanted to thank you, the rest with all of us. Like I'm doing this because I'm currently fighting cancer. I don't have that bad of a trek to go through, but it is very inconvenient and painful. But hearing stories like you, I mean, like you're 20. He has a beautiful singing voice. He's a singer, and you're going to Harvard. Is that what's going on?
I am. Yeah, I'm a rising junior.
Stupid doctors! They didn't know shit. But people like you inspire me, and because up till a few months ago, I didn't need any of that kind of inspiration. So it's great, and your organization is great. So we just wanted to thank you for coming on and speaking with everybody and letting everybody know. And we'll be working together in the future too, and we'll be doing lots of fun stuff. And so yeah, check these guys out, please.
Wait,
Donate.
what are you studying at Harvard?
I am an English concentrator.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Do you mean like you concentrate on English or
English primarily?
Oh, very good. Okay, cool. That's like my second language.
Yeah, you guys need to teach me better accents. I love all of your accents.
Yeah. There you go. Any other questions for our guests, guys? Yes. No?
I'd like to let everybody know the mods all have access to the Game Changer command in the chat room. So if you guys are watching and not in the chat, just join the chat really quick, and you guys will be able to get that link for the donation link to get Deus Ex. And anything over $1, and you get a copy of the game. And we're going to go ahead and let that run all the way throughout the rebroadcast and throughout the weekend. So mods, just keep spamming that throughout the chat.
So donations tonight are going to Game Changer. Yes.
If it's up to you guys whether or not you want 826LA to go to Game Changer, because the donation link right now just goes to Critical Role, so it's up to you guys where it goes.
I think donations tonight.
Yeah,
we'll definitely go to Game Changer.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. Awesome. Right now, that's the decision.
And tell them this
Tonight.
is the last day.
And this is our last day. Is that right?
Yes, so this is the last day to get your copy. So
for the Deus Ex,
then I will not let it run over the weekend.
Yeah. But again, dude, thank you for coming on.
Hey, thank you.
And we'll break because I have to pee really bad.
That's it.
But thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thank you.
So guys, just to be clear, all of your donations tonight will go towards Game Changer, but if you want a copy of the game, just go and donate $1 on the link that we have access to in the chat room. And just so you guys know, there will not be time for them to read messages tonight after the show. Lucas and I both have to catch a flight, so sorry. We'll get to him next time.
Anything more than $1.
Yes, anything more than $1, to be clear. Anything more than $1.
Go donate! Just do it!
Listen to Ashley. We're also really close to another giveaway, guys. If you guys subscribe, I think we're only like 10 away from another giveaway, large giveaway, which is a signed player's handbook and a signed photo of the cast. And every 50 we'll do a giveaway until the show's over tonight. We will not be going late, so just keep in mind, guys, don't send Geek and Sundry messages upset that your message wasn't read. We'll get to it next time. We appreciate you guys donating. And Lucas, go ahead and go drop cam.
I'll send you like a message.
Yeah, go drop cam.
That might have a second. It might get overwhelmed.
He said it might take us. I'll show you how to use it.
Welcome back.
I had a really quick announcement before we get back into the game. The winner is Paula Canito of
Congrats,
Giveaway,
Paula
so
Canito.
congratulations.
Congrats.
And I understand that we crashed their website for donations. So congratulations, guys, for crashing the website. But what is not crashed is our donation link. So if you scroll down and click on the 826LA link, and all the donations that are made tonight, they've said will go to Game Changer.
The donations that would normally go to 826LA tonight are going to go to Game Changer.
So just scroll down on the channel page, click on 826LA or the donate link that's being spammed in the chat room, and all of those donations will go to Game Changer. And they let us know before they left, they just got 10,000 more Deus Ex keys, so we will let that run throughout the weekend.
Oh, that's amazing.
So we'll keep that up. Mods will keep spamming that throughout the weekend, and you guys can donate throughout the rebroadcast and things like that for $1 Deus Ex code.
Anything over $1.
Anything over $1, yep.
That's
101.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
It'd be good if you donated more than $1.
The critters are strong. Critters are legion. It's amazing the things.
There are critters in the walls.
Yes.
They're in the goddamn
walls.
Thank you for being there with me on that one.
Alrighty, so back in the fray.
Oh, gosh,
you guys, after
okay.
finishing your short rest, healing up various wounds in that circumstance, you make your way, playing a fancy little diddle on a flute. You make your way down this long staircase. You continue down for, I'd say, probably a good 100 feet or so before you start encountering, I would say, a mild change in the scenery at least. What was normally just a musty hallway is now becoming thicker and thicker, coated with large spider webs.
Awesome.
Everything's so sticky.
Hiders!
Having to push through and cut through, and it gets to the point where it's just so matted. You guys are having to bushwhack your way through as if you had a machete.
Oh, yeah, I'm not taking off my mask.
Could I turn to one of the scale bearers and ask if they have ever dealt with any umber hulks in this region?
Okay, so Scale Bearer Vord gives a kind of a curious look to your question. Scale Bearer Desona looks to you and says, "No, I don't believe they exist in this region, nor this close to the surface, as far as I know."
Right, that's important, isn't it?
the spider webs, like, are they becoming more as we traverse?
Yes,
in?
thicker and thicker.
So I'm gonna make my way towards the front of the group because I'm noticing this, and I'm gonna do a fire breath, and I'm gonna instantly cast Control Flame and catch as much as I can of it, and start spinning it and burning the webs as we go.
Okay, very cool. So Tiberius steps forward and breathes a heating breath of dragon fire out of his mouth. As it cascades forward, burning through the nearby webs, he casts a secondary spell and captures it and begins to shape it almost like it's a fiery clay in the middle of the air. And utilizing that in a very similar way to he uses his telekinesis, he begins to use that rolling fire to burn through the webbing as you guys continue down the stairway.
That's convenient.
At least it'll be disinfected.
And the
fire cleans all.
It also leaves a terrible stench. Burning web has this awful kind of
burnt hair.
It's similar, like burnt hair with a hint of burnt plastic, if you can think of it. It's awful.
What's plastic?
Like spider hair.
This is more for your own player knowledge, sensory knowledge. The sound of the crackling of the nearby webbing that is slowly retracting and burning and melting is immediately joined by the sound of a low clicking.
We pissed them
I
off.
stealth
I know that
immediately.
fucking sound.
Stealth?
Do we want to?
What's this?
I can try and cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us if we want to
Oh,
sneak
yeah,
through
that would
here.
be good.
Do you want to try and
do
sneak
it.
through? I cast Pass Without a Trace.
All right.
Everyone.
All right, so
It changes every time.
So Pass Without a Trace is cast while you two both make stealth rolls.
So with the pass without
With
trace,
Pass Without a Trace.
31.
That means my magic's all stealth.
24.
With the plus 10?
Plus 10 from what? Say again?
Pass without a trace.
From Keyleth cast Pass Without a Trace.
34.
All right. You guys start off the side, kind of using the remnants of the web that's available to block your physical forms. The boiling fire that has been placed ahead of you is starting to reflect small little points of reflected light throughout the shadows in the distance that are moving towards you as you begin to see giant hairy
I back up.
arachnid legs.
I cast my cloaks. I have my cloak on, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast Stone Skin real quick.
Okay.
That's what I do right now.
Cast Stone Skin. I'm gonna go ahead and ask.
I'm also gonna cast Stone Skin.
Can I cast, while they're coming, I cast, I didn't have it written down.
I'm gonna go invisible.
Never mind, I can't find my spell.
Alright, and I use that one for her.
This is exciting, guys. There's a board of some sort.
I cast Entangle
This is
on the ground.
In front?
Yeah.
You have
Good
you
call.
can
Alrighty.
cast things?
Yeah. Yeah, she's a ranger. She can cast stuff.
As long as it's at range.
You've got a beard spell.
That's my terrible joke. That was
You can
absolutely.
also cast
No, I'm embarrassed.
Flatulence.
And you can frenzy rage.
Right. You can now see immediately scampering up the side what appear to be a series of large arachnid-like creatures. As you cast Entanglement, you can
That might be wrong.
Go ahead and read the spell.
Did I manage to catch the control flame my entire fire breath when I did
Oh,
that?
that's not what it was.
Is that what I'm controlling still?
Currently you are,
That's
yes.
not what it was. That's the wrong spell.
Uh-huh.
Is there a way...
Sorry. It's Spike Growth is the spell.
Spike growth?
I cast Spike Growth.
Spike growth. Okay, that is different.
Yes, which is the ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns. It's difficult to reign for the duration, but anybody that can see me casting it doesn't take a damage to it. It's only the people that don't see me.
Oh,
casting
cool.
it.
Oh. Alright.
Yeah.
Dope.
Really?
Yeah.
Handy.
Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a wisdom check.
Cool.
Oh wait, but can they see the area?
They can see the area.
Oh, well that's not quite the same thing than what I thought. Forget it! My spell is stupid!
No.
It's fine, just not in the hallway with stairs.
No!
It's fine, just stick to arrows, really.
There's...
She can do so much more than just
As I see this, can I release my control flame and let the fire breath just happen and like not control it anymore?
Looking into your spell now. Let's see, so control. Well, control flames is a cantrip.
I know.
You are able to control just enough fire to burn away the things. It wouldn't actually do any damage if released. Control fire, it kind of like captures an element of it.
Okay, so that's what I was using, the element of what I did.
Yeah.
But I used it so I can have the fire.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Use it as
That's
the
how I
catalyst
thought
to it.
I was
Yeah.
working it. Okay.
They can see the ground.
They can.
Then no, don't cast it.
Oh. Doesn't it mess up the ground if we try to walk through it?
Not you guys, but they.
Well.
But they're spiders, so probably not
can
that
I
wise.
cast something else? No, right now everyone rolls initiative.
Damn it!
you.
I was like,
Only so many things you can do here, Tiberius.
I know, but I like doing lots of things.
I know you do.
That's not bad. I'll take that.
That's my punishment.
Yeah. I love my new stats.
I don't think that.
I love my new stats.
I roll terribly, and still my stats are good.
Every time.
What's this?
I've never rolled a double-digit initiative roll ever.
Oh, Scanlan, but you rolled them when they
just
count.
will Wheaton roll every time you roll initiative.
Is that what we're calling it? Wheatening?
Yeah, Wheaton.
Wheatening?
All
Alright.
Yeah.
Wheatening.
All right. So,
Wheatening.
25 to 20.
That's 20.
Yeah.
Of course, that never happens when it's like damage or something.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
23. I'm gonna go with it.
All right, so 23. What you got?
21.
All right, so we got Vex, Grog, and Pike. What's your dex? What's your initiative bonus?
Nothing.
Nothing. So 20. All right. 20 to 15.
17.
17. Keela.
15.
16.
All right, Percy. Tiberius. 15. Vax.
He's gone.
Left the screen.
Oh, really?
Great.
Yes.
I'm gonna consider
Last.
that. I'm gonna consider that a low initiative.
He's meant to go poop.
7.
7 for Scanlan.
Or deal with...
All right, well we'll get to this turn when we get to it. We'll have one of your turns. It's okay. All right, Vex.
Wait, there he is.
He's holding
He has a cat.
What'd you roll for initiative?
It's Trinket.
That is a 16.
16?
Okay.
Get your head out of your ass.
He's Dr. Evil.
Me!
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna cast Conjure Barrage at all of the spiders coming at us.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna Hunter's Mark whatever one looks the biggest.
Okay. From this position, you will also hit Tiberius to hit.
Oh,
all
where
of
am
those.
I?
You're right here.
Oh.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, you could.
I'm gonna move to where I'm in the middle of them. I'm
Right
still
there?
kind of stuck.
Kitty.
Yeah, and then I'll Conjure Barrage from there.
Okay.
I cast Hunter's Mark on
Don't
the
encourage
biggest
it.
one I see.
Okay. This one here is one of the more larger ones. So
Okay.
go ahead and mark that. And go ahead and. Conjure Barrage does what damage?
It does 3d8 on all creatures.
They get a saving throw?
They get, yes, they do. Half damage if they save.
Okay. What's the DC on your spells?
My DC is 14.
Alrighty.
What's your DC, girl? Okay. What's your digits? Give me those stats.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for attack?
Only this one makes it.
Oh, sweet.
No, the barrage just happens.
Oh,
They're all
sweet.
caught in it.
Okay,
So
cool.
all of them take full damage, except for this one takes half damage. So go ahead and roll
Okay.
the damage on that.
15, and then 20 for the big one with the Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Alrighty. So, so you've moved the stat. Do you want to move Trinket as well?
Can I have Trinket attack?
Trinket.
Oh, he should. That's
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of them.
Well,
right now.
the spell you cast was an action. Trinket can attack as part of your attack round.
Okay, so I get a second attack.
Well, no, your spell is an action. So, like, that's your turn. It's, like, you do Conjure Barrage instead of
Cool.
your
I'm gonna step back against the wall.
Alright, so you step back there. Do you want to move Trinket anywhere in particular?
Nah, I can't really get anywhere. It's fine.
Alright, Trinket to there and
It's good times, guys.
angrily growl at the distance. Grog, you're up.
I'd like to hold my turn.
What? Alright.
Ooh, yeah!
Grog holds initiative.
Strategy. Good.
Pike, you're up.
Okay. How far can I move up to use a spiritual weapon?
I mean, you can move through
I
your
can't tell
allies
where
without
I'm
an
at.
issue.
Sorry, I
You
didn't
can
wear
shift
my
through your own guys without a problem.
Okay. So I would like to, cast a golden spider web of thorns.
What?
Nice.
Fancy.
Alright. Okay.
And encase the spiders.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay.
Like a thorny net. Like a thorny net.
This would be considered a net if you were to consider a weapon that you are conjuring.
I'm just
for
making it
this.
look really pretty.
Right.
Basically.
Okay. So the effect of this, because you're able to hit, I'm letting you hit multiple guys with this. It wouldn't do any. It would not do any damage.
It wouldn't do any damage. It would just contain.
It would.
them.
It would possibly have an effect on their ability to
Even
move
if they're
around.
thorny.
Even
But
if-
like holy thorns. Oh.
It would be very itchy for you.
Oh. All right. You know what?
Well, I mean, that's not.
I think you should stick with it. It's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I'll contain them.
Yeah.
All right.
Contain them, and then
Thematic.
somebody can just throw
Fireball.
some
All right.
fireball.
Go
at
ahead
them.
and roll a d20 and then add 5 to it.
12.
12. Okay. Okay. These 4 in the immediate front, right there. As you bring back your mace in the air, you kind of hang it to your side with the leather strap around your wrist. You reach up and grab your holy symbol. As you release the holy symbol and hold your hand up, divine energy streaks out from your fingertips and forms into this kind of golden silver net. As your arm is doing this kind of throwing animation in the air like that, the net shoots out from the front and spreads down onto the spiders and contracts around. You can see it catches them and they start scrambling inside. These front 4 are considered grappled.
Yay!
All
right.
Nice.
Nice.
So that's it. That brings it to Keyleth.
Okay, with that new development.
Wait.
Can
you do lightning?
I can. I'm gonna do a poison spray though. Where am I right now?
You were right here, behind Pike, as she threw her giant golden net.
I'm gonna be like, excuse me, Pike, excuse me.
Yes.
Sorry,
Oh,
excuse
go
me.
through,
sorry.
go through, go,
Thank you,
go, go.
thank you. Whoosh! Poison spray.
Okay. Poison
So it's a cone, timber cone,
10-foot cone. If you want to get right up in here, you could get these 3 there.
I'll do that.
Okay.
So, it's Constitution saving throw.
Okay. This one succeeds. This one. One fails. This one fails. All right. So this one succeeds, so no damage. But these 2 take damage. Just go ahead and roll it.
Okay, so I take 2d12, 6. Ugh, 7 damage.
7 damage.
It's not great. I think he takes half damage though, even though he fails.
Does he? I think poison mist. It's
Poison spray.
poison spray. It's a cantrip. I think it's like damage or nothing.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
All right. It's your move. You want to keep moving, or you want to stay where you are?
Can I get out of everyone's way?
You're currently. Actually, if you
Can I, like-
where you cast it, you would be able to move out.
Can I back up a little bit? Yeah.
You can. It's the grapple.
I just kind of want to. Yeah.
There. All right.
Your turn.
Then it's your turn. Vax, Percy.
Please be my guest.
Did you say Vax Percy?
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm doing my best, seeing from what I can see here. Keyleth is right in front of me.
She just pulled behind you.
I moved
No,
behind.
you're in front of the spiders.
You're good.
Okay,
You're in front.
There's a little bit of distance, so I'm just going to start hucking daggers at them. I'm going to start with Dagger of Life Stealing.
You're only like 2 squares away.
16 to hit.
16 to hit. Hits.
Okay. So that is 4. 6 is 10 of damage.
All right.
Then the Keen Dagger follows. That is a 27.
That hits.
That hits for 10 damage, and then
You're killing him!
Dagger.
Woo!
You're not hasted anymore, by the way.
You're right. Forget it. Yeah, forget that last. That's right, too.
So as you're off to the side, kind of hiding amongst the slowly burning webbing, you move around, hug both daggers. One strikes a spider right in the center of where its eyes are, and it screeches for a second before it curls up, its legs kind of pulling into its torso. The other one begins to pull out of the net that Pike set. As it does, you throw the secondary dagger. It strikes it in its abdomen, and the blade retracts and returns back to your belt. As it does, it leaves this streak of greenish liquid. And you have a better view of these spiders now. Go ahead and make a nature check, both Keyleth and Vex.
Dope.
By the way, I'm here, but I'm also there.
Natural 20.
Nice. You're also there.
Cloak of
Because
Displacement.
I rolled an 8.
There's like 2 of them.
All right. So, Keyleth, you notice as most spider-like creatures go, you're used to like the darker, furry wolf spider types. These have a different color. Their physical bodies are more white and blue. Like they're mostly covered. Their coloration is white, but they kind of have a bluish hue to it, and their eyes are almost pink, white in color. They're very strange, different kind of spider.
Is that all I know with my natural 20?
You haven't encountered too many types of arachnids, but there's something about them that seems loosely themed in the ethereal.
Ah.
You in your experience, you've heard of certain spiders that can travel through the plains rapidly.
Oh, damn plane spiders.
Gotcha. Hey guys, I think these are like magical bamfing spiders.
Okay.
Kill them,
bro.
then.
Let's
Yeah,
kill
let's
them.
kill them.
There's one spider that's not caught.
There's what? There's.
Yes, one back here.
All right, I'm going to
Is there
take a
spiders
couple
left?
shots at him with my sharpshooter. So let's start with 17, 18, 19, 20, 24 to hit.
It's there. Was it?
24 to hit.
That hits.
And let's do this. My first shot.
Kapew!
That's depressing. Oh, but I get the bonus. So see, that's 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. Alrighty.
Not too depressing.
That's not too depressing. It's because I'm taking a -5 to hit.
Ah.
And that's... Oh, that's not bad. 9, 10, 11, 16. I have new numbers. 16 to hit.
16 does also hit, yep.
Ah! And
Same target?
Same target with an added fire bonus. And 3 fire damage and 16, 17 as well.
All right.
17 plus 3 fire damage.
That bonus is awesome.
He is
that,
so dead.
that spider gets splattered. You see there's a burst of flame and its body is knocked in the air, torn asunder, and then consumed by the flame burst at the same time. You see, like, looks like a scattering of ash across the ground and the steps beneath it.
It looks like flash paper.
Essentially, yeah.
And I duck back behind Grog.
Nice. Where are you
Back
going?
in there. All right. These two spiders that are currently caught in the net both vanish, and the net falls flat.
Oh shit.
One is striking at you.
Me.
That is a 21 to hit.
It hits me.
And against Percy, that is a 25.
Oh my god, that hits.
All right. You both take 13 points of piercing damage. And I need you both to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that can't be good.
13 points of piercing damage?
Improved. 17.
All right.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Nope. 19.
19 Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh no!
Rolled a 1.
Percy.
So, as all of a sudden this strange sound streaks behind you, you turn over your shoulder just in time to see these spiders pop out of seemingly nowhere and strike into you. The fangs sink into your side and you knock them off with your elbow. You feel the venom extract itself from the fangs, but just as you pull it out of the side, so it actually does not envenom your body. Percy, you're not so lucky. The venom pulses into the side of your shoulder and you feel this burning sensation ripple through your entire upper right torso. You take 21 points of poison damage.
Oh! Shit!
Oh!
Oh!
What was that number again?
21.
21. He's fine.
Is that all it does? Is just poison him?
Yep.
I am poisoned though.
You are not considered poison. It's a damage.
It's just a
Oh,
poison.
straight up damage.
It's not too bad.
Could be worse.
That is their turn.
I did take
Tiberius,
protection.
you're still in your turn, Grog? All right,
I
Tiberius.
should cast that on us.
It's necessary.
So we're in a hallway, a stairwell?
Yes, it's a stairway heading down, essentially right here, and then it evens out at the bottom point there.
Fighting on the stairs.
How is it like a big? Is it?
It's about 15 feet up to the ceiling. 10, 15.
Very well. How many are left? 2?
Yeah.
Obelisk of stone.
Okay.
Squishy spider.
Squishy spider.
So as both the spiders are knocked off both Percy and Vex, you guys kind of rear back, ready to defend yourself. Suddenly the stairwell shakes for a second, and pillars of stone go from underneath, similar to the trap room you encountered earlier.
It's inspiration. 21.
21, and what's the DC on your spell?
17.
17. Both spiders get mashed pretty horribly into the ceiling. You see where the pillars are slammed into the ceiling permanently. You can see the legs kind of dangling out for a second, and then just slowly curl in towards the edge of where the stone pillars are meant to ceiling.
Are there any corpses that are more accessible than the one that got torched and the ones that are
Are there any
squished?
spider fangs we can put in the bag?
Yeah. Because I have that book that helps me do that now.
So when I shot,
you can actually. There are there's one that you shot. Actually, the one that you killed is the one that burst into flame.
Yeah. It's the one that burst into flame.
That one's not going to be salvageable. There's a few that you and Vex killed. Vex and Vax both just kind of wiped out a few spiders. Go ahead and make an herbalism roll.
Ooh, I bet we can get some of that poison. Dip the arrows in it.
What did the book do again? It gave me a plus or an advantage. Did it give me an advantage on rolls? Or like a plus something?
I asked you to write that down. I would say advantage.
Oh wait, you did ask me to write it down, and I think I did.
Advantage or it's bonus. Which of the two is it?
Oh, no, I didn't write it down. I just wrote that I have the books.
I don't remember what I did for that. I will say advantage. That's the easiest to remember.
That's better. So 24.
24. You managed to extract 2 poison glands from one of the spiders. The other one were 2 damaged beyond repair.
Ooh.
Sweet.
You have
Two
two
poison
two
glands.
small venom glands.
Nice.
I give them to the twins.
Okay.
Oh, we can just like use them?
You don't know.
Okay, cool.
She hands you 2 nasty-looking glands that are like still wet with spider ichor.
I got this for you guys.
Oh, thank you, Keyleth.
That's that's sweet. I
Tiberius,
love it.
Would you happen to have a little glass vial?
I
or
think I
something
have
can
2
put this-
left. I
Oh.
need to get more. Here we go.
Thank you.
I'll put this right here.
Well.
I'm like Walmart over here.
New book helps.
I'm ready to make my attack turn.
All right. There is nothing there.
I sheath my soul.
There you go.
A little help here would be nice.
Oh wait, I thought you weren't poisoned. Oh, you need healing.
He
has. What are you at?
I'm at 47.
Okay. Okay.
You're fine.
I guess we all
Suck
need
it up.
some. Where's everybody else at?
That's where I was at after I healed myself up with a handful of hit dice after getting crashed into the ceiling.
Yeah, but we took a short break and we're not doing that now.
Use your hit dice. You'll be
I
fine.
can just use my.
You are you guys taking a short rest? Is that what you're doing?
Let me
No,
heal
we're
you up,
good.
Percy. Hold on. Can I ask a question while she's healing Percy?
Because we've taken a short rest already, right?
The grappling arrow I used on the little halfling, I can get that back, right? Because
Yeah, you retreat.
There's atonement.
Just making sure.
I'll continue on down the hallway.
Okay.
I'll join him.
Keyleth, are you still using Pass Out of Trace?
No.
No?
You had to break
It's a
it.
concentration spell, isn't it?
Yeah, but I cast Stone Skin on myself.
You did. All right. So go ahead and make a stealth roll.
Sorry.
Not good.
I'm with you.
9.
9. All right.
9.
As you
I would like
progress,
to continue to stealth ahead of the group and also continue checking for traps.
We already went.
Oh, he is.
as you stealthily move along the side of the wall, Scanlan comes pattering down the stonework
18.
No.
into what is a large central chamber. You can see webbing scattered throughout the entirety of the stone room. It's about 60 feet up. There is very, very low light from the flickering sconces that are on the walls of this towards the base of the actual room. The building in the center, it looks almost like an ancient mausoleum structure, how it's placed in the center of the room. Closed stone doors, but what catches your eye is the entirety of the structure seems to be crafted of the same platinum-like material as the stone, as the container that you guys are carrying. The horn in.
There's sapphires all over the walls in here then.
Not the walls of the actual chamber itself, just this central building right there.
We're not stealing from this place.
Go make perception check. Anyone who wishes to look for traps.
Oh, we're out there.
I'm gonna
Oh no, that was my big fancy one.
Nice. I'm gonna check for any arcane stuff, and I got
14.
It's like that was cursed. That was
14 perception.
That 14.
I'm gonna check for 25.
It's a 20.
21.
But then I really couldn't see it.
Perception?
Perception 21.
25 for arcane?
Yeah.
Best you can gather as far as the presence of anything arcane in this room, the scrolling on the structure in front of you, there are elements of the scrolling that you can see are based in the arcane runes that are used for ritual inscribing, but there's nothing of any magic you've ever been familiar with that is utilized in this structure. What'd you roll?
Oh, really, really high. 8.
All right. So who's moving in? Who wants to?
I moved in with Grog.
I guess
I'm moving in.
Can I try to stealth and move along the side, or just kind of keep to the edge?
Going in.
Ditto, kiddo.
All right, you move off to the side, kind of pushing through some of the webs, and there's still webs on the side of the room.
I'll keep close to the guards in the box.
I will go in.
All right.
I rolled an 18 on the stealth.
I'll
Alrighty.
go in like kind of close to Grog.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna tail my sister, actually.
All right. Move around over here with your sister.
And
Yeah.
Trinket's gonna stay next to Keyleth.
Alrighty.
Come here,
Back to
Trinket.
this point.
I'm going to go invisible.
Wait, I'm not Trinket.
All right. You are currently
I am furry,
marked
but I'm not
as
Trinket.
invisible, Scanlan.
Can we see a spider in here? Like a big spider?
You don't.
No. There's always a big mama
Okay,
spider.
can I dark?
But no one's.
It's very low light.
I'm gonna use
I
my
know.
primeval awareness and see if I can sense any spiders in the area.
Okay. You take a moment to concentrate, and you sense, while not invisible range, on the opposite side of this room, a whole bunch of tiny little life sources, and one rather large one.
Good to know. Lots of spiders. I'm gonna cast protection from poison on myself while we're
All right.
I cast Terminex.
I'm drinking a healing potion.
Alrighty.
I'm
gonna do the same motion.
Also, I'll go ahead and... No, it's fine.
Yeah, what does the level 2 healing potion do again?
I'm gonna keep my stone skin up.
Yeah, what's the level?
I'm going to go.
Level 2 healing potion is 4d4 plus 4.
I'm going to go use greater invisibility.
Okay.
As well.
All right. So you are also considered invisible.
Because I can cast and still stay invisible. So.
All right. Kima kind of pushes ahead through the group. You guys are doing this. Walks up to the front of the chamber, and you see she takes the holy symbol around from her neck, the symbol of Bahamut. And much like she did to the doorway that she had opened at the bottom of the temple earlier to find this initial passageway, she feels around in the scrolling, then eventually finds a section of it and kind of rotates. It looks like a circular part of it that shifts and then pulls out. When she pulls it out, you can see there is kind of an engraving there. There is a recessed engraving in the same shape as her holy symbol.
Before she touches anything, can I let her know that there's a whole lot of spiders on the other side of the room?
Wait, what? You didn't tell any of us that.
Her right flank, just to
So
the corner of the mausoleum structure.
just so everybody's aware,
Right there.
those things we just fought, there's a ton more of them on the other side of this little
Oh,
chamber
thanks
thing.
for telling us.
No problem.
Rod, make a stealth check.
Oh shit. Natural 20.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
You put that beard off because it had like bells and shit.
Oh, the beard is still there.
No, it fell off.
Its most
Not
majestic
the-
part fell
Yeah.
off.
There is still some Goliath
Substantial
peach fuzz there.
Vikingness happening.
As Grog, you for a moment there you recess into your old hunter training when you were traveling with the barbarian tribe, and you take in the darkness around you and walk fleet of foot, making your way to the edge of it, not making a single sound. You're damn proud of yourself.
I am.
Quietly. All right. So as you tell us to Kima, she goes, "What? Spiders?
Spiders. Is that going to make noise?
I don't know. I haven't been in this chamber before.
Perhaps we should deal the spiders before we make some noise, or maybe just kind of be prepared. In fact, you know what? I'm going to cast spike growth on the ground in between where they're going to have to walk through.
Ooh!
All right. So
Because they can't
which way?
freaking see it right now, can
Smarty
they?
pants.
Right, yeah, they're... Yeah.
So say spike growth. How much does it affect?
It affects... Oh, damn it. I didn't put it in my thingy because I'm dumb. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
You're not
Sorry.
dumb, you're a strong, smart person.
Spike growth.
You're more than arrows.
Found it.
You're more than...
It is a 20-foot radius.
Okay, cool. So you can do this whole area right here is all now
Okay,
spiky
and
growth.
it spikes, hard spikes and thorns.
Good to know.
All right, I'm gonna follow suit. I'm gonna follow suit and go to the other side and cast stinking cloud. No, on the
Over here?
Over here, yeah.
All right.
Our side's the best.
Go ahead and make another stealth check.
Okay. 15. 17. Wow.
17.
It's the best stealth I've ever done.
Yeah, buddy.
You quietly combine and mutter under your breath your arcane ritual all of a sudden. And what was the size of the cloud on that one?
30, I think it's 30 feet. Hold on.
While he's doing that...
90 feet. Oh, that's the range. It's 20-foot radius.
Oh, your cards are cool.
Which would be actually a 20-foot radius. Which
Nice.
this would be
Oh, they're like purple.
this whole area
Mine
here.
has like oh, nice. That's good.
Oh,
This whole area here is.
Oh, actually, I did see this.
I've got like a
And you also now make very nasty cloud in this vicinity as well. This whole area is completely marked off on both sides now.
I like to walk up as I see what's going on. I'm going to take out my deck of illusions. I'm going to toss 2 cards both ways, or 2 cards on each side. So I'm going to
Question,
do this.
that
real quick.
chamber in the center of the room, does it go all the way to the ceiling? Or is it...
No, there is a gap.
Deck of illusions, everyone.
So there's a huge... So technically the spiders could crawl up the ceiling and drop down on us?
Yes.
In theory?
Why would you give him ideas like that?
Okay.
Just
feed
feed him irony.
So,
Alright, so
Let's do it.
10 of hearts. Yes! Joker, Queen of Hearts, and another Joker. What? So.
What does that mean?
Wait, you threw.
So 2 on each side.
Oh, 2 on each side.
Yeah. So like 2's over in that, like right before all the mess over there, and 2's over in the other mess.
You want to put one up top?
Yeah.
So the Jokers
are you,
and a female version of me.
Ooh,
right.
that's
So,
awesome.
a secondary Tiberius appears.
Hello, everyone.
There.
You make a good woman.
Tiberiosa.
Female Tiberius appears over on that side.
And then whichever side you decide.
Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts and Ten of Hearts.
Oh, interesting.
Leviosa.
Say a succubus appears over here.
Yeah.
Winged.
That's fun.
So what was the other one?
Queen of Hearts and a Ten of Hearts.
Ten of Hearts. A cloud giant.
What?
On this side of the room, we use that for now. It's fine. All of a sudden appear, kind of translucent. Their image flickering. It's not a great illusion, but it's enough where it catches some attention.
Right, and they're right, and they're positioned right before the messes of each side.
Yeah, like right there.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Kima's now sitting here like,
Go, do it.
She puts her symbol into the recess. As it does, the stone doors kind of shift. It is dull, kind of creaking of the stone as it slides, not open, but into the walls, revealing an interior that is, as kind of the light filters in, the entirety of the wall, floor, and ceiling of this room is of the same scrolling, the same platinum sapphire material as the outside of this building and the box that's there, except for the design seems to all filter in towards the center, like the center of a spider web. All the design coalesces
Has to
to
be
the
a
center
spider
point.
It's
not an actual spider web. And there was a raised dais in the center there, about 4 feet wide, about a half a foot thick. Kima kind of takes her symbol, puts it back around her neck, steps to the side, and kind of motions like this. The 2 scale bearers begin to move down, carrying the case. Look around at the rest of you for like.
I invisibly follow right behind the box.
All right.
Still keeping my illusions in check.
Yeah, I'm not gonna move.
Stop following.
As you will.
No.
You're staying right there?
Yeah. In fact, let me shift one over just so I'm not in Trinket's way. The other way. Yeah.
There you go. All right. So, as they enter the chamber, Kima enters as well. You guys following in behind them. I need you all to make stealth checks.
Everybody?
No. Tiberius with advantage because you're.
Well, what kind of check?
Pike.
Stealth.
Not you.
Not you. Don't worry about it.
Stealth.
I don't?
No, you do.
So is that 17?
A 2?
No, I'm picking up my really fucking good.
Clang. So you step into the chamber, losing your footing for a moment on the smooth, kind of platinum-like ridges across the ground, and you kind of catch yourself. Your plate hitting the ground with a large ting sound. At which point the 2 scale bearers kind of look at you.
Sorry.
With a heavy sigh, and Kima goes, go. They both step forward and take and place the box into the center of the room on top of the dais. As they both release the chains, the box seems to levitate on its own to the center of the room, much like how the horn itself ascended and was kept aloft with the center of the box. The box lifts up and slowly begins to rotate on its own. As it does, you can see the sapphire bits that are ingrained in this box flash with a bright blue light. And all of a sudden, the blue energy spreads into the ceiling and the floor of this room, and all of the blue and silver veins that are carved into this begin to glow with a similar blue light.
Cool.
At which point,
I love light.
The doors begin to.
Which doors?
The doors you guys entered this room and begin to close.
We should leave. I'm a scooch.
Yeah, you guys immediately scooch out of the way. Kima darts off. Both of them turn around and start running back.
They're gonna die.
They both make it out.
Oh,
both manage to just squeeze through as fast as the doors slam behind. At which point,
that would be terrifying.
You see a series of spiders beginning to try and cut her around. These here, what's the DC on your...
My spell?
Spell, yeah.
17. Because I didn't do it through the hand cone.
Yeah.
Should we run?
Both of these spiders...
We were going to clear it.
Get disoriented and begin trying to find their way through the stinking cloud. Kind of like... unable to make their way through. The rest of these begin coming forward. What's the roll they have to make for the spiky growth?
14.
We have to go and repair the room we broke anyway.
Both miss or save. What's the damage on that?
That's 2d4 for every 5 feet crossed.
They would probably be skittering around here halfway through before they change trajectory. So
I'm gonna make my
1d4, 2d4?
2d4 for every 5 feet.
So 10d4. Oosh.
Nice.
Come charging around the corner rapidly.
10d4. That's cool.
Oh, nice. What?
For her horns.
Sweet horns.
My little sister once fell in a rose bush.
Good story.
It was very painful.
Good story. Good story. One time I fell on a fire hill ant, or fire ant hill.
That sucks too.
22.
Mike sucks.
22. Both of these spiders stop in place, looking severely messed up and damaged, and just kind of hold their ground, looking very confused. You see, curling up over the top of this structure, one large white and bluish spider that leaps up. As this is happening, you guys notice that blue energy is cracking through the floor, and now following the pattern across the entirety of the structure, it crawls up the walls, and that blue energy reaches to the ceiling, illuminating it. And what you missed when you entered the room is you can see recessed into the ceiling of this room 4 large humanoid entities that are just currently held aloft, buried in the ceiling of platinum armor. One of them suddenly flashes, dislodges, and squashing the spider in the process.
Oh. What is that?
Screeching sound as the spider slowly tries to curl in place. The giant platinum golem now slamming on top and squishing at the top. You see as it slowly comes to stand, each hand holding these giant platinum cleavers. You suddenly hear a voice ringing through your heads collectively.
You heard the man! You heard him! You heard him! Earrings, everybody! You heard him!
Wait, but can we just leave the thing here with
Yes.
the
He's gonna
golem?
I think he's gonna kill us. He's gonna kill everything there.
Oh, then let's go.
Yeah. All right, so all of you guys start bolting on. I want everyone to go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Oh my god. That's not good.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
13.
All right, anyone lower than a 10?
What about on a
No.
10?
Lower than a 10.
No, 10.
Everyone. All right.
I got 13.
Who's what?
14.
Awesome. You guys all come darting out of the room. Except for Kima, who rolls a 1. So all of you guys come running out of the room.
Kima's dead.
Kima?
The rest of the scale bearers come rushing through now. They're no longer encumbered by it. Kima's kind of helping everyone else get by and trying to keep everyone at bay, being the hero. As she turns around, the first one comes leaping off of the top of the structure, runs toward her, and gives one giant sweep with one of its blades. With a 20. Ooh, yeah, that'll hit. You see the blade streak across the front of her silver armor. She takes 24 points of slashing damage. It sends her flying back 10 feet with the sheer force of it, but she manages to roll out of it. Yeah, with an acrobatics check, catching herself to her feet and just keeps bolting behind the rest of you guys. You now see behind 2 more. Dislodging from the ceiling as the one that's charging after you is coming up the stairway. Through this, we're now going into a skill challenge as you guys are rushing out.
Yeah,
It's like when you brought her to life. Now, as you're running through, there's still the bits of webbing in the way. I need everyone to go ahead and make another dexterity check. Dexterity.
Yes! Yeah!
Okay, yeah, sure.
21. Anyone?
25.
22.
17.
11.
22.
All right.
19.
All right. As you guys are all charging up the way, kind of like helping each other, but also clamoring to get through, Kima's rushing up. You see one of the scale bearers who's now tripped and fallen on the stairs.
Oh, no.
She runs past, leans back to reach her hand out as the golem comes up behind.
No.
With 2 hands, swings down with both blades.
Kima again?
This is against one of the scale bearers.
Oh, okay.
Should I be rolling for trinket?
One,
Too late, just
I'm
leave
considering
him.
trinket with you. It's
Okay,
fine.
thank you.
We'll do that next round, 'cause I
Okay.
forgot. A lot of things to consider. One of them hits the stone and just streaks off sparks flying through the air, illuminating the space secondarily. However, the other scale bearer takes 28 points of slashing damage from the blow as it reaches up again for a second blow. Kima reaches down, grabs Desdemona's arm and lifts her up off her feet, and they both go charging forth. You guys make your way up the stairway as you see now the golem is pushing its way through.
I'm going to dissipate my card illusion. I'm going to cast Fly on myself.
Okay.
So I'm hovering.
How much of a gap is there between this last trailing behind scale bearer and the golem?
Well, now that Kima's got it, they're rushing up. It's trying to keep it behind. There's about a 10-foot, 15-foot gap now.
Okay. I'm going to turn around and do wall of stone. Boof!
Okay. As they just rush past the wall, stone slams up. As the golem goes smashing into it.
I'll do some port. I'll do obelisk right behind it.
All right. So as you guys come rushing up to the top of this, you guys are just building the stone wall. Obelisk. We'll say you cast it twice to go ahead and reinforce. All right. You hear the impact from behind. Poof! You hear the stone crack and break, and you see two of the pillars that you put up impact. Dust, bits of rock shoot out, but it settles. Apparently it's holding strong, and you start hearing slamming of some sort of heavy weight behind it.
Run.
As well as the following of additional giant heavy footsteps. It's now got its reinforcements caught up to it. You guys charge into the room with the broken trap, which now has partially raised platforms. You're rushing around and trying to find your way through. You get to the other side of the room. There's now a room filled with mist in front of you.
Oh no. I still have it. I can gust of wind.
Okay.
That's my last 3rd level spell.
All right, gust of wind. I'm going to ask all of you guys to make a wisdom check as you rush through.
Including me?
Everyone.
Wisdom check or saving throw?
This is a wisdom check.
Oh.
Not
good.
Just adding your wisdom.
Nice!
24.
Saving throw or just your ability modifier?
12.
Ability modifier.
So, okay. 16.
-3.
10. 10 for me.
14.
13.
9.
All of you guys come rushing through.
Wow.
Okay. Bless you.
All right, so as you guys come rushing in, you're like, go! You see Keyleth is focusing, getting the wind to escape. Keyleth rushes up. Kima comes through with the 2 scale bearers. Everyone comes through. Grog's bringing up the back. You can see now in the back behind him, a giant blade-wielding fist of the golem comes smashing through the wall. The rest of you guys, ushering Grog along. Grog comes running, hears the sound, looks over his shoulder, and in the chaos of it, the trajectory is off, and he ends up brushing into the side of the mist. Grog, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
12.
You end up taking 24 points of fire damage as the pillars spin, unleashing a torrent of flame.
Oh, bad car wash! Bad car wash!
Bad car wash!
Oh no, Grog, your beard has been saved.
What?
You reach up instinctively and feel that smooth as a baby Goliath face.
Is all that work?
As you guys charge up the rest of the staircase.
Is Grog behind us now, the furthest away?
He's just caught up to you guys as you're rushing up the staircase. You get to the final door. You exit as Kima rushes everyone through. She brings out her holy symbol real fast, and as she pulls it off her neck, you see the first golem reach the bottom of the staircase. And begins looming up. It's
We're
about
leaving!
25
What are
feet
you
away.
doing?
Go home!
Go home!
Bad golem!
Kima pulls out her holy symbol and holds it aloft in front of her and just says under her breath, at which point it begins to glow with this extremely vibrant glow. As it does, you see a symbol emblazoned on the front of the golem. And it flashes with light as it stops. It just kind of holds its place and waits. And Kima looks at the symbol like, I wasn't sure that was going to work. She takes...
Tell it to go kill the spider!
She takes the symbol and puts it back in the side of the stone door that originally was closed. The door slowly seals shut once again. She pulls the symbol out. And she falls to her knees, breathing heavily.
Oh, Kima.
We did it!
Next time, lead with that.
Yeah.
I agree, Grog. Very well said.
It kind of happened very quickly, I'm sorry.
Alright, some people need to be healed.
Yeah.
Kima for sure.
I'm actually okay.
Oh, Grog's got a
alright.
burned face.
No, I want to wear this pain as a remembrance of my beard.
You guys make your way
You
up.
can grow it back, Grog.
You guys make your way up to the main chamber where High Bearer Vord is currently waiting for you.
Oh, that's
He turns to you as you enter and... So I am to assume that your journey was a success.
Yes. Yeah. Surprisingly so. It went off without a hitch. Well, Yeah.
You got some good security down there.
Very good.
I told you.
Mm.
Once it's instilled, it will be safe.
A little warning next time. 25 points of healing.
There you go.
Oh, you're a girl.
That will top me off very nicely.
I'll take that.
Well done, everyone, by the way.
Yeah.
That could have gone well.
That could have been worse.
Which point, the High Bearer Vord kind of raises his hand. Yawn, if you do not mind. And Yawn kind of shuffles forward.
Such a bore.
Excuse me, I'm right here.
It was a play on words. Your name also means something that you do when you're tired.
I don't like you.
He reaches out and puts a big old sack of coins in your hand.
I'll hold on.
Of course.
We should mention that you may have to have one of the rooms repaired.
Take a couple out.
Good to know.
Yeah, the spinning column
Circle of Death.
Circle of Death
Yeah.
may have gotten
A little broken. We thought we maybe were just disarming it, but I think we probably broke it.
And if you find the remnants of a glorious beard, preserve it.
Oh, Grog! Actually,
What?
I've got some remnants of a lovely beard, and I try to smush it onto his
It is
chin.
not the same.
It is
No,
not
that's
the same.
pretty good.
It is not the same. At which point, the High Bearer turns to you, Pike, and says, Mighty Cleric, I see this meeting, though it escaped my vision more so, you bear the holy sigil of the Dawnflower, the Lady of Redemption herself. While we may walk under different stars, I offer these words that caught my ear not but a week ago. An excavation beneath the toppled tower of Sirac, a long cursed ruin that sat like a blemish upon this city for hundreds of years, was revealed that perhaps of the 5 holy paths that began here at Vasselheim, there may indeed now be a 6th.
What?
A forgotten temple to Serenray has been uncovered. Crumbled, lost, and without light, it has sat forever and a day. And few are around in this city in her guiding flame to recover and restore its glory. Perhaps you should look into it.
I will gladly look into it.
The Loon rise to the west of here, at the base of the city's mountain. Look for the Darkstone ruin. Nevertheless, I thank you for your time. Kima, if you wouldn't mind, we have some things to discuss as well. Kima.
Real quick, Vorg. Just, you wouldn't...
Vord. High
Vord.
Bearer Vord.
Vord.
But that's all right.
High Bearer
Yes.
Vord. You wouldn't have happened to her, hear of maybe a druid tribe called the Fire Ashari? They call their little hometown Pyra. Do you happen to know? If you know, maybe.
He gives you a keen look and says,
There has been talk of a rogue band of druids, not more than 2 days' travel in the... Let's see, where did I put that distant massive pass here?
thinks to himself for a moment, considering where.
Towards the Sundry Peak mountain range. Dangerous territory, fraught with volcanic activity, yet these folks seem to call it home.
Is it, is Sundry Peak, like, west or east to where we can, like...
Southwest of the city. It's hard to miss.
Southwest.
Look for the plumes of sulphurous smoke.
Is the temple to Serenray on the way to the...
Temple to Serenray is on the same mountain that this temple is built on.
Oh.
To the west of here. Follow the mountain base.
Yes.
So we can, like, stop there first?
Yes, it's close, it seems.
All of us can...
Before we part, you seem to be quite learned of many things that I am not. Have you ever heard of anything called the God's Hammer or the Pale Stone? Any kind of particular artifact? Robes of Mercy, perhaps?
I can't say I have, unfortunately.
Of course.
But I shall keep this in mind should the information come my way.
Very good, thank you.
I bow. Gives you a look, kind of a glance, and notes.
And for the record, while your color is not what it was when you first entered, know that the great platinum dragon sees through this guise to the heart beneath.
Yes. Thank you for noticing. I agree with the same sentiment. And I bow, and in the draconic fashion.
Well, Kima, business. Thank you all very much.
And he kind of lends his hand out. As he extends his hand, the doors on the opposite side of the room open up.
Magic. Thought it was banned.
For the sake of brevity, because we have people who have to leave on this very soon. Doesn't take you long to find your way across the city. You find some of the city's bastions standing guard on the outskirts of this crumpled tower ruin. This like black and soot-covered stone that is just almost like a plot of land that has been left untouched. Like once it fell, no one wanted anything to do with it. You speak with the bastions, and they eventually let you through, especially given the aid of those you walk with since arrival. You come to the ruin, and you can see there's about a 40-foot gap in this pile of stone that is a recess in the ground, almost like a small sinkhole. And looks like there's some sort of an excavation that has been set here. Very haphazard. There is very, very simple wood boards that have been placed into the side of this small sinkhole to allow relatively comfortable, though a bit rickety, descent into its structure. As you make your way down, your eyes adjust to the little bit of daylight that spills within this dark subterranean cavern. And there before you, you see a surprisingly glorious sight. A simple structure of brass and polished limestone, ancient as the day is long. One of the walls is partially collapsed, and you see what looks like 3 figures rummaging through the debris. An older human woman is being helped by 2 others, a young man with blonde hair and simple clothes, and an older gnome that's carrying a crutch under his arm. And they're all in the process of collecting and setting aside and cleaning up various things that have recovered from this temple. You immediately see against the brass structure the very kind of simplified symbol of the wings of Sarenrae, multiple times across the structure in various incarnations. This is very much indeed the lost temple of Sarenrae.
So, when they've fully excavated it, you can come back and check it out.
Yes.
Or you can stay here and restore it.
At which point the older woman sees you guys walk down and goes,
Please, there's nothing to take. And nothing but history and rock. I guarantee you, bandits are not welcome here.
I take out my symbol and I say, no, I'm here to help.
You hear an audible gasp from her. She says,
My eyes don't deceive. Oh, I am sorry. My name is Jasira. A simple painter, but one of, as far as I know, the 3 devoted to the Lady of the Everlight here in Vasselheim. Now the 4th. I know where you came from, but would you stay with us for a bit and help us rebuild? Bring her name into the light amongst the others here in Vasselheim. Restore it to its glory.
Yes. Oh man, I don't want to leave you guys.
Oh no, because
it shouldn't take long, especially with your help. And we can bring the light into the heart of others.
and you can see the 2 other kind of joined her at the side, and they all look at you with this look of hope that you can probably tell from the crinkles in their face that they haven't had in quite some time. And they look up to you in their simple clothes as the first true, strong bastion in this city for Sarenrae they've seen in a long time. With that, Pike, you get to turn to the rest of the group.
Well, I think this is a pilgrimage I have to take. So, Vox Machina, keep your eyes out. I will contact you every once in a while if I can, and we will meet up once this is completed.
Okay.
Inevitably.
All in.
Vox Machina on 3. 1, 2, 3.
you will be missed very much, Pike.
I miss you guys very much.
And on that note, we have to close because people are in a rush. Ashley will be leaving us for a time. She is going to New York for a few months to shoot a television series.
It's a little web series.
Yeah, it's a wonderful television series. She has recurring on. We're really happy and proud of her.
Very
We're just a jumble of emotions in this circumstance.
You guys have been so amazing and have made this whole experience just even better for us. And thank you so much for going with us on our journey. And it will keep going, but I will be back.
You will be back.
When I can, but it might be a long time.
Yeah, she'll pop in and out if she can, and there will eventually be a return of Pike. But for the time being, she feels the calling to stay and help rebuild this Temple of Sarenrae.
We're gonna miss you, Pike.
I'm gonna miss you guys.
But we understand personal journeys.
Personal journey. Okay, I will.
Scanlan will not physically wait for you, but emotionally, I will wait for you, and I will not stray emotionally. I will always be there for you, emotionally.
Okay, Scanlan.
But physically, I mean, come on, it's gonna be months.
Well, thank you so much, Ash. We're gonna miss you, but we'll keep you tabs and we'll have you back soon.
Okay.
All right, and thank you all so much for watching. Give everyone give Ashley love on the Twitter, on the internet. Keep tabs on our adventures. And we'll see you guys at Comic-Con next week. Those will be at Anime Expo. I'll be there tomorrow for a couple panels. And
buy those shirts.
Oh yeah,
buy those shirts. We have 6 more days for the Critical Role shirts before they go
Hey,
away.
it's still got Pike on it. You gotta get it now.
Yeah.
Collector's edition.
Limited, definitely limited edition.
All right, guys. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. We got to let these guys go. We'll see you. Me and Marisha will see you in 3 weeks.
See you at Comic-Con.
All right.
We'll see you at Comic-Con.
Have a wonderful night, guys.
Comic-Con.